Do you know what we're in for? Fun and Frolics with John Lockwood. Hello, John.
Hello, gorgeous. I've forgotten that one.
And, of course, how can you forget that? That's our signature when we work together.
But it's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a while. But you're doing very well. Look at these dies.
Yes, I'm really proud of these. I was so nervous this morning.
Oh, bless you.
And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's appreciated them and said such nice things on my Facebook, on Hochanda Facebook and everything, because it's wonderful. It's so nerve-wracking doing this.
Bless you. And Sam would like to say thank you as well. Here he is. Here's Sam. He's so cutesy, isn't he? Now, so we've got some fantastic dies to make beautiful gift boxes.
Yes.
I love this because I always say there's definitely a place for a scoreboard, but sometimes life's too short when there's wine in the fridge.
There is, yes. I love that saying. Well, it came from the idea, I mean, I've called them dynamic dies because the idea is that you can use them for boxes and far more.
Yeah.
You use them for the box inside, but the first one came from this.
Okay.
Now, I made this box about 3.5, 4 years ago.
Right.
The video for it is still on my YouTube channel, and it was the most popular project I ever did. And people absolutely loved it.
That's fun.
But it took a lot of scoring. See how tired this has become now?
Bless it.
It took a lot of scoring.
Yeah.
It took a lot of measuring, and it's about 40 to 50 minutes.
Okay.
So when I came to do my own dies, I thought, what I want to do is...
Go for it.
Make that into a die. So it's a friend of mine, Jane, who suggested it, and I thought, she's so right. So what we do is we make the box.
That looks so beautiful. So professional.
But then everything for that card is actually inside the same die set.
Okay.
So you've got the box and the place to display it. Get it the right way.
There we go.
But also it just closes up, and that's why it's called the sandwich box, because it is 2 sandwich boxes.
It's really good. And of course you don't mind people making to sell, do you?
Not at all. There's a full angel policy on any of my dies or products.
That's the thing, because then you'll be able to make these beautiful gift boxes and the cards so quickly, and imagine what you could charge when you're selling them. Oh, you got a half one here. Oh, is this like a little storage box?
This is one made by Mrs. Duck.
Oh, Mrs. Duck.
And this is, what she's done is she's used a different width, because of course you can use the front panels with a different width. You don't have to use the side panels. And she's made it, sorry, Mrs. D. Basically, normally that slides up.
It does. It's only because it's caught on the card, that's
And then
all.
inside you've got 3 cards.
Isn't that fabulous? Look at this.
Each one made with dies that are in the bundle.
Look, it's just beautiful. And I love the embellishments on it as well. It's a lovely lattice.
Everything, the flowers are on there, but these, all these embellishments, all this lattice is in the box, in the sandwich box. But you've also got 2 slices together. So
clever.
They're slid together.
Are you going to show us how we do this?
I will do,
briefly?
yes.
Yes, that would be great.
And then we added the opera box.
OK, so I shall turn this one around.
And the opera box, this was based on me watching TV and thinking, oh, I like that flower, could I make it into a lid?
Yeah.
And it has this lid. So as you can see, that comes off and slides on perfectly.
Very pretty.
Fits, but that is actually all made and cut in one piece.
Really?
I've got nervous fingers now, I'm struggling.
Oh, bless you.
So
you need
this piece makes that lid.
OK.
So all we do...
It's a lovely little concertina. How clever is that?
Is fold it together.
Yeah.
And I'll show you again how we do that. Pop it out. You get the lid. If you want to, this is again using all the dies in the set. So I've used the panel on the top from the sandwich box die.
Right.
And all I did was make a taller box by scoring a piece of card at 5 centimetres.
That's so clever. So, yes, we can change the sizes, can't we?
We can. We can make them. That's the standard size that comes in the kit.
Yep.
So that's the standard size that comes in the die set. OK? And with the panel that comes with it. If you cut the die and then you cut it down, you get that box.
I love that.
If you actually either extend the die on, so don't let it finish the cutting, or you actually just score it yourself at 5 centimetres, you can get it as tall as you want and you can make that box.
Oh, can I run to the back? Because I saw a big fat one. It's this one. Look.
So, this is twice. So this is 2 of them.
Clever.
Stuck together, and a brilliant idea this morning from my other half.
Yes.
Make 1, then make 1.5.
Right.
Then make a 2, which is this.
OK.
Then make a 2.5.
Yeah.
Then make a 3 and have them layered up like a wedding cake or a cake.
I love that idea.
And all you do when you're making it bigger is stick the 2 together.
Yeah.
And the same with the lid, and then you pop a plain piece of card on top and bottom and cut around.
This is beautiful. So we're going to see these in action. I love these dies. And you're getting a Sam.
And you're getting a bonus Sam.
I love this. Lovely little jelly baby Sam. Other sweets available. And so if you would like then to go for this collection, you can either go for this. Now, I hadn't realised there's freedom on this.
No, I didn't know that either. We were talking that earlier.
This is really good. So the normal price, as you can see, is $53.98. If you're a Freedom member, it's just $48.58 with your postage covered. If you go on FlexiBuy, it is $24.29 if you're a Freedom member in 2 instalments. So it's so affordable. So 845740 is your item number. Obviously, there's FlexiBuy if you're not a Freedom member as well, but you'd be quids in if you become a member. We're over half the stock of these gone, and John and I are meant to be back at 4 o'clock. Who knows what we're going to be doing? Now, we've got some more fabulous dies too. Dies and stamps, in fact. Love these everyday sentiment stamps because they're workers.
They are. I mean, this is... when I come in, you usually say to me, what do I need?
I know.
It's always Alex's thing, is what do I need? These.
Yes.
This covers... I've probably got all of these sentiments, if I'm honest, across all the different stamp sets I've got at home. Yeah. From all the different companies that I buy from. I don't have them all together in one collection. Right. So I'm having to go through loads to pull out... To find on your wedding day... Yeah. Or on your special day, or... confirmation, new baby, I'm having to find the set that I remember. Oh, I think that was on that one. This covers all of them. You've got 31 stamps. Really good. Covering nearly all of the collections. I actually asked a friend of mine, Pauline, because in production these were called Pauline's Sentiments. What did she think? Because she makes 1,000 cards for charity a year. Blimmin' heck. All Christmas cards, but she knows her craft. Yes. And these, she helped me come up with quite a lot of these. This is good. So these were basically everything I felt that I would need to have sat on my desk at all times. Yeah. But what I did was I then designed the dies, the tags dies next to them, to fit. Because what I tend to do, and I know we've said this before, I'll make a card and I won't sentiment it. Yes, you have said that before, yes. I'll make what I like, then I'll go and it's Jean's birthday, flick through, pull out a card I think's right for her, then I'll sentiment it. Yeah. And I wanted a sentiment set and the dies, that means I could do that. So if I'm really naughty and slide that in, see there, that card was made first. Yeah. And this card was made about 6 weeks ago. And then when the samples of the stamps came, I went through and went, strikes me as a sympathy card. So I used the dies and the stamps to make the sentiment to add on. This is such a useful set. Seriously, get this. Because I'm with you. I've got to that point now where my crafty stash is just getting a bit silly, a bit big, right? And so you're so right. When you need something very quickly to hand, this is what you need to go for. It is, yeah. I mean, I was talking to another friend of mine, Steph, and she sells her cards and she does a monthly market. And she said it would be so useful if I could have nice cards made. Yeah. And somebody come to me and say, oh, can I have that? Could you add happy birthday? Could you put with sympathy on? Oh, that would make a nice baby card. With one set and one set of tags, you can have the tags pre-cut and just stamp it for people as they're there. Love it. So please go for this. Now we are, I think, did we say 70% gone? Good grief. 70% gone of the stock, but just look how useful these stamps and dies are. This is just $15.99. 845514 is your item number. Just check these out. Oh, let's see you, Sam. There we go. Cute. Look at that, just underneath. Oh, my word. Oh, you know I'm going to like this. Yes. That's why you picked it up. Look at this. Yay! But again, this card could be made, and I've just added the happy birthday on the top with the tags. It's perfect, isn't it? Yeah, and every sentiment is designed to fit within all of the smaller tags that we've got. Really good. So $15.99, one more time, 845514. Last but not least then, again, another fantastic edition. You've got the star flowers and you've got the leaves. You know these, again, are going to be workers. You're going to go to them every time. I wanted to draw something different, and if you can see from the leaves, you can actually see the sort of on the front. That's how I drew it. Right, okay. I literally sat and hand drew those. They're not from nature, they're not from a book, they're not bought down from a website. Yep. I actually drew both the star flower and the leaves to match, because I wanted something that little bit different. They are as well. I'm just looking at these. And the one thing I wanted as well, which is something I know that other die companies have done and I've been a big supporter of, what you get is a mirror image. Right. So if you look at this blue card... This blue card is just divine. This is what I thought of you when I made this, actually, Alex. I made this yesterday. But can you see that the foliage goes both sides?
Yeah,
but it actually scallops or goes out. It's designed that way. And then this is the starflower, just cut 3 times in the luster card, popped on top.
Love this starflower. It's unusual.
It's different.
Yes.
I wanted something different. And that's the brilliant joy of being able to design my own range, is that I've been able to do... I've basically made all of these for me.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, these are for me. These are what I like, and they're for me, and I'm so pleased that hopefully other people like them as well.
They do. I'm telling you, your phone lines are on fire. Now, this is $11.99, and we are limited stock, so these are probably going to go before the 4 o'clock hour. So if you are going out this afternoon, check these out first. 703-029 is your item number. Now, you can call us, or the fastest way to order, here's the website, because we've got some lovely embossing folders as well, got some tools, got some gems, got some fabulous inks, and some beautiful cardstock that we're going to have a little looky-loo at. If I give that to you, John, then we can have a flick through. Because it's a luster card. Now, this is something that I personally haven't seen before. And I adore the colours. So they've got a coating on, is this correct?
Yeah, it's a 300 GSM white card base.
Okay.
And it's very hard to get card with a white base. So it's got a white base, it's 300 GSM, cuts beautifully. But what I've also done is then it's printed on top, so the colour is printed, and then you have a gold or silver luster added on top.
I can see the gold on that.
So it's not a pearl card, because pearl card can sometimes be a little harsh. It's actually a luster, and when you get closer, you'll see. If I bring this in...
Yes, please, let's have a look at this board.
Pinks. Yeah. What you can see there, hopefully, get it in the right way, you can actually see then, you can actually see the gold tinging to it.
Especially that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what happens is, that is it like plain. This is it embossed.
Yep.
This is it embossed and sanded back.
Very clever.
So if you notice, you're not losing the luster, but you sand it back to the white, which also means that you can ink over the top, and it will only colour away its white, so you can have a contrast any colour.
Yep.
And then this is the same again, done with the Swiss dots. But what I loved with this, and we worked quite hard, myself, Crafts too, with the supplier, was to get nice reds, nice pinks and nice greens. Yeah. Because I know from speaking to a lot of my friends in the craft world, we really struggle on those, and I have never found a nice pink.
Yeah, it's
They're always
beautiful.
baby pink or cerise pink. To have these different shades of pink, I love.
They're classy pinks, that's how I would describe them.
Definitely.
We have got then these wonderful evergreens. Check these out. Oh, look at this.
You can really see the gold. You're not losing the colour of that, but you can see the gold tinge to it.
Lovely. Do you want to show the board
Yeah,
too?
can do. That's the board for that one.
There we go.
So it just shows, again, all 4 colours. Because I really enjoyed making these boards.
I bet
They took
you.
hours. But I loved it, putting them in squares and things. I think they're going to go on my wall in my craft room.
Yes. In your man cave.
In my man cave. It does have a sign saying man cave.
I know.
I have to say thank you to a lady who bought me a new thing at the NEC saying that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's so nice.
Brilliant.
And then we've got this one. So are we calling this one the warm reds?
This is the warm reds,
right,
because I named the sets before I actually got all the full samples through.
Okay. They're beautiful, aren't they? Look at how much gold is in that. And then last but not least, so these are all under the same item number. Yeah, do you want to show that one too?
Yeah, so that, again, that's the warm reds, to say warm.
So you can see how they distress so
well
well
I wanted
as well.
to give such a beautiful mix of colours, so we kind of messed around to get them right.
And then last but not least, this one's the most popular, 60% of the stock gone. White glaze. Ooh.
So, yeah. So in here you've got an ice white.
Yeah.
You've got a silver white. You've got, I think it's an orchid and then a glazed gold, but hopefully you can see.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
So hard, you can see the difference in colours.
Oh, there you go. That's nice. That's lovely.
So they look quite similar, but again, they sand absolutely beautifully.
Wonderful. So each of these options, do you want me to take those out of the way?
I've got a little place I can slide them there.
That's good.
I've been tidy.
So each option is $12.99. If you decide to go for more than one colour option, then obviously it is one P&P because it's one item number. We have massive queues on the phone lines, 5 minutes and more. So the fastest way to order is online at Hochanda.com. Don't let these lovely goodies slip through your fingers. OK.
Right, so I thought what we would do is I would show you how we make the sandwich box.
Oh,
I know I showed this morning, but again, a lot of people...
Hey, it was 8 o'clock, I was in bed.
Yes. That's the main reason why I said I'd show it again, but I'll do the quick way. But the original one, again, following the original tutorial, does take about 30 to 40 minutes for all the cutting.
Okay.
This doesn't. I'm not going to sit and cut all the pieces, but I want to show you how it goes. So obviously that's how it works, but it's how we make it.
Okay.
And quickly. So, the die set you get has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice.
Okay.
I get it wrong. But you can see it completely covers a sheet of metal, A4 metal. But all we need for the box is to cut this panel, which has all the flaps on. And we need to do 4 of that.
Yeah.
And 4 of the side panel. And 1 of the hinge.
Okay.
Everything else in the box set is decorative. So you've got a panel there which will fit there to make a filigree section. Panel there which will fit to make a filigree. You've got an outline for that should you want to put double-sided adhesive behind it or a different colour. And you've got a mini panel which makes, there's a lovely little tag card down there.
Brilliant.
But that made all of the panels on the beautiful purple and gold from Ange.
This one?
From Mrs. Duck.
No, oh, this one, this
Yes.
one. Sorry. Hang on, let me bring
So
this in
that
again.
was actually used to make all of the things on this. So you don't have to.
This is amazing.
They're actually sized so you can actually cover. So that small one cut 4 times will fit exactly the same area as the large one.
Right.
This time I'm going to use the large one.
Okay. I love this sample. Amazing.
All I've done is cut out 4 times, and this time I'm using, I call it the apple card. I think it's honeydew. But again, this is the luster print. You can see that it's got the silver on top. Just absolutely love this. So 1, 2. And then I've got, so for make each side, I need 2 of the base.
Yeah.
And 2 of the sides. So we're going to put the filigree in. Now, what I do say is, most machines, and I know that my Gemini I'm using, which I've used for all my samples, will actually cut this perfectly. Yeah, with no problems at all.
Yeah.
If I use it at the same time as the corner. However, what can happen, and if you're using a special card, while you're cutting it, some of the little bits can come out.
Okay.
And they can go on top of here, and they will actually mark it.
Imprint it, yeah.
So what I found to do is, the best thing to do is to cut all your panels plain first, and then cut your detail in. Yes, it adds another 30 seconds to a minute on, but it will just make it a little bit easier.
Yeah,
so it will
and
work.
you know, if you've taken the time, a minute extra will be fine. You know.
Well, I say a minute. I mean, I don't know how long it takes for a thing to run through a Gemini.
18 seconds.
Oh, it takes an extra 18 seconds.
There you go.
We'll add a bit on for sticking it down, so we'll say 30.
That's all right.
I'd always wondered about that. I didn't know that one.
18 seconds, unless you're reversing it. Apparently, the Gemini Junior is something like 12 seconds.
Yeah, I was using one of those at the weekend.
Yeah, you like it?
Yes, I did like that. The tension on it was amazing. But here we go. If you peel it out, you can see.
Yeah.
It comes straight out.
Yeah.
And this is 300 GSM printed luster print card.
That is fabulously cut.
So it shows how well the card cuts, but again, how well the dies cut. They are quality. They're Teflon coated so that it is easy for everything to fall out.
Right.
So, I've got that. So we're going to make it up, and you'll notice
Sorry.
that everything has crease lines where you need it.
Thank goodness.
And none of these die cuts have been embossed.
Right.
So I have just cut them. I haven't embossed them.
That's incredible, then.
The lines are deep enough so that I don't need to do any embossing. Because, again, life's too short, and there's jelly babies in the fridge.
Yes.
Or in the cupboard in my hallway, which is where I store them. Because they're not very nice from the fridge. They get too cold and solid.
I agree with you on that one.
But, so I just fold those in. Now, again, I've not needed to use a bone folder or anything. They're so crisp. And all you do is... Now, I'm going to use a tape runner.
Yeah.
We've got this on the show with an essential glue pack, and I will try this out to tell you some of the other bits in there, 'cause some brilliant things in there.
Oh, OK. Well, I think we're popping those at the bottom of the screen. So you've got an adhesive roller and dots roller?
Yes.
Oh.
What you've got, this is the adhesive roller permanent and the refill.
Yeah.
So you get one and the refill.
Right.
Now, it's taken me to make every sample, including all of these 16 boxes here.
Wow.
It took me 1 and a bit. This is my second one that I'm
OK,
on.
wow, that's a lot.
But the dots roller is really good. Have you ever tried to stick ribbon on?
Yeah.
And you use an adhesive roller, you know, it all sticks and catches?
Yeah.
The dots roller, and I have to find mine now just to show I'm not making this up.
No.
I love this. It always catches and sticks, and when you try and stick ribbon on, if you glue it, it looks horrible. This is organza ribbon.
Yeah. You can't see it.
You can't see it even through the organza.
Wow.
So if I stick that onto a piece of card...
Yeah.
So we'll have a strip of ribbon on the back of this one. There you go. Permanently stuck.
OK. This is another thing I need.
You can't see the glue.
No. I don't know what the science bit is, but I don't care.
Don't ask me. It's because it's in the tiniest dots I have ever seen.
Wow.
And I really don't want to start trying to pull that off. It won't come off.
No, I know.
So I'm going to cut it down.
Fair enough. Wow, you need that then, definitely. So that's at the side of the screen for just $12.99. Here's what you're getting.
Oh, yeah, because, of course, you get the glue dots in there as well.
Oh, very good.
They're really useful for fine die cuts. I'll try and show that.
OK.
And you also get the foam mounting cushion, which is cuttable in sheets, so you can make it go around corners.
John, I'm
Sorry.
going to be
I put everything I loved together in one pack. Yeah. So
it is true. Lottie's just said it's payday. Yes, but I can't spend everything. Well, I can, to be fair.
Yeah. So what I've done is I've put the tape adhesive on, but the thing is, when I'm fixing a box together, tape adhesive on its own will not stick it together.
Right, OK.
It will stick it together, but central heating will heat that up.
Yeah.
And it will start to come apart. It will creep. So I add a little bit of a good wet glue as well. So tape for now, glue for always.
That's right, I love that saying.
Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take my other side. I just want to explain this.
OK.
I just want to make sure that I have the little tab there.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the opposite side to where I had it on the other side.
Right. That does make sense.
That does. It will make sense when I show you all together.
Yeah.
So, OK. And then what I do with the other tab is glue it on. There we go.
Yeah, perfect.
With the tab there.
Yeah.
So that I can glue it down. And then basically the flap goes in there. And we close that.
There you go.
That's it.
Perfection.
But because that makes it nice and clean and goes straight away, because I've not the patience for pegging, and that makes it stick forever, so it's not going to fall apart.
So they're your essentials. Do go for those.
So what I do then, I'm going to fold these two flaps in.
Yeah.
So we've got the side flap there and the side flap here.
Yeah.
And again, these are really, really...
So easy to do.
So easy. And they're also... I've made them very narrow, so that there's enough for the flap to glue in.
Yeah.
But if you decide to filigree those side panels, as we've got on an example, it doesn't look obtrusive.
Yeah,
because you don't want the flap showing through the beautiful filigree. So again, just going to pop tape down two sides.
Yeah.
Little bit of wet glue.
OK.
And this time all I do is take the bottom flap and just slide it in.
OK.
So it's in the right place. Put it down flat and press. Should do that way so you can see.
That's all good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I can fold that one in, slide that in, and it just goes straight into place.
Perfect. How quick and easy is this? And it looks so effective, so professional.
OK.
Yep.
Now, I said I left the little flap there out, and it had to be opposite to that side.
Yes.
I've done that on purpose because what we're going to do is we're going to use the hole punch.
Aha, right.
And I'm just going to punch a little hole. This one I think is this is the 16th of an inch, is it? Or the 8th of an inch? Punch a little hole in.
Yeah.
But if I thread the ribbon through and there's just a knot there, it's ugly when you open it. And I don't want that. So, I'm going to take a piece of organza ribbon.
Have we got this on the show too, or is this...
Yes, this comes with the gems.
Oh,
you get a full
lovely.
25-metre roll, because it really annoys me when you get, like, a 5-metre piece.
Yes, and then
it's
you're
never
making
enough,
the boxes. Yeah.
But what you do is put that through.
Yeah.
I feel like poor Lizzie. I was watching her the other day really struggling with a needle.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so hard on air to get things right.
It is.
Right, I'm going to pull this, hopefully we can get this, so that the ribbon is barely left over. Yeah? Pop some tape on the flap, a little bit of glue. And the idea is I can fold that ribbon under,
I was going to
fold
say...
that over, and when you open it then,
Yeah.
it's pretty. And you can see they're all designed so that they fit and they meet nicely at the edge.
And then again, it's lovely and professional, isn't it? That finish.
Now, of course, I should have put the front on that side, but haven't had a chance.
Don't worry. It's nice to see how it comes together, though, so that's the idea.
So I'm just going to, again, pop a little bit of the permanent glue, a little bit of wet glue on, marry one side up. Actually, this is quite good because it shows how it works. So there you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marry the other side up. And you can't go wrong because the hinge has been made slightly smaller so it just fits right.
Yeah,
It just goes in like that, and then you just
There's your
fold
box.
up.
How good is that?
And, of course, because you put them on the opposite ends, then we have the two ties neat.
Perfection.
And on the back, you have the lovely strip of organza ribbon if you wanted it that way.
Yes, that's beautiful. I'm so glad you showed us that, because once you've got the idea, you go, oh, I could batch make those.
You could, yeah.
Yeah.
If you cut lots of them, all of these of the opera box, which I'll show you in a bit, they actually took me 2 hours.
Right, all of these?
It was actually 3 episodes of the show that I've been binge-watching at the moment.
Right.
On that end.
I love that's how you time things.
I do, yes. I can probably tell you what episode I was watching when we talk about a particular card.
Love it. All right, I'm going to leave you for a second
Cool.
then, John, just to have a quick recap. So here's the website. Obviously, you can see there are those tools, those wonderful tools that we've got on the show for the hole punches. We've also got the organza ribbon and all of those gemstones. Plus, now those rolls of glue, oh, I need those. And it's coming to you with the mounted cushion. Plus, as well, we've got lots of fabulous inks. And John was talking to me about sort of these are your worker inks. These are the ones you're going to go to again and again and again. And you're getting all, how many? Wow, 20 of them for $34.98. That is a really good price. Plus, we've also got some embossing folders as well. The ink, 60% of them have gone. Now, you are getting these brand new today, fantastic dies to make your sandwich and your opera boxes. And, of course, you've got a nice little bonus Sam here. He's our lovely little jelly baby die. He's so sweet, isn't he? But just check out these wonderful styles. Now, obviously, you can make your boxes themselves, but then you can also make the cards to go inside. Oh, I mean, just how pretty is this? Obviously, you embellish them how you want, but look at this. You can thread some ribbon through because you've got those lattice dies as well. So that's really beautiful. Let's bring this one up. Again, do you see how pretty this is? They look so professional, don't they? Now, check this out. You can start getting creative. You can start then using the panels in different ways. How pretty is this? Got to get the one again from Mrs. Duck. Bear with.
That was Mrs. Duck.
Oh, as well. Yeah, I can kind of start seeing a style, actually. But have a look. Isn't this clever? So the box with the acetate, the wonderful cards that will slot inside, and check out how professional these look. There we go. You just carefully pop them in. And then with the box, oh, sorry, that one's just sticking out there. Okay. There we go. And then look how pretty this is, how professional this looks. This is live on air type thing, but you can see that this will fit absolutely perfectly. How nice is this? It's such a beautiful, beautiful gift box to give to somebody. Cards, of course, you'll be able to use the other dies in the collection for your matching cards, and you can start changing the sizes of things as well. I mean, that looks so grand. Now, it's not just the sandwich box that you're getting, because obviously you've got the opera box, which you can get individually, but as always, you know, the best value is if you go for both. And why wouldn't you? I mean, how pretty is this? And we've got this one, and you can change the size. So this is the die that or the actual size of the box that you'll make. There we go. How sweet is this? Now, just while you're looking at these, it's more cost-effective to pay on Flexi Freedom at $24.29 than the opera box on its own. Obviously, yes, you will have to pay the next instalment, but it means you get everything. And look at these different sizes that you can be creating. Stunning! So if you'd like to go for this, you've got options. If you're not a Freedom member, it is £53 and some change, 98 pence, there we go. But if you are a Freedom member, we do have this available to you for £48 and 58 pence. Now, if you want to spread the cost, which I would do, you can spread the cost in 2 instalments, £24.29 if you're a Freedom member. OK, the cardstock. This is the lovely Luster cardstock, and it's very, very busy indeed. You've got 4 different options under the same item number. So if you would like to go for your gorgeous greens, you can. There's the soft pinks. We've got warm reds. There it is. And last but not least, we've got the white glaze. This one is the most popular. Oh, it's because it's your essential, isn't it? We're over 60% of the stock gone. It's $12.99, $8.95, $6.35, and if you decide to go for more than one colour option, it's 1p&p. Now, we've also got the adhesives, which I need, right? You've got the roller and dots, the roller and refills, the micro glue dots. You're also getting the actual adhesive sheets, aren't you, as well? That's the word, mountain cushion. $12.99 for all of these. 634033 is your item number. I would say give us a call, but the phone lines are on fire. So your fastest way to order is online at hochanda.com. No, not literally, Joe. They're not really on fire. Otherwise, we'd be evacuating the building.
No, we wouldn't.
Yeah. Staying here,
We're staying here. We're playing. We've got things to do.
Which one are we doing now?
So we're going to do the opera box. So what I'm just running through is I'm just going to run through there, which is going to cut the base, the two bases and the bonus flower. Okay. While I just go through, because you'll actually notice with this die set, you've actually got more than one full sheet of A4 metal. Yeah. So if you grab the die off there, sorry, I'm always sending you about,
No, I don't mind this one.
No, the actual whole package.
Oh, hang on, this one.
And I've just dropped the things out of my plates out of my Gemini. If you turn that round, you can actually see you've got this section. Yeah. And what this is actually in addition. Yeah. To the die.
Oh, okay, it's stuck on there, isn't it? There we go.
Because it's more than a sheet of A4 to get the base in. So the actual base I added. And then I added the extra bonus because why waste the metal in there?
Good point.
So you get the gerbera flower. So, when I cut that, thank you.
I love that you've got my Post-it stuck to... I'm just going to go and get my Post-it note. There we go.
I was trying to be kind for you.
Oh, no, it's fine. Everybody knows about my Post-its now, John.
I've got used to I like your Post-its. So what I've done is just quickly, I've cut the two different sizes and then one of the gerbera daisy. Right. Just to make it a little bit easier for me, because I want to explain what they're for. But the rest, if you're making a standard-sized opera box, is all made with one sheet of A4 card.
Right, lovely.
So you take this die, which is for your base, and then you take the lid, and you can see, hopefully, that the lid is sized bigger. Yeah. If it wasn't, it wouldn't fit. But all of these little corners and everything I've put on here, I actually did the maths for, and it actually took an awfully long time, because I'm not massively maths brained anymore. So what I actually did was to work out all of these angles.
No, we really
to make
appreciate
it to fold.
that,
but I wanted something that was spectacular, like a night at the opera. That's why I called it an opera box.
I like that.
Because I felt it was something different. I mean, to me, every one of these little ones wants filling with chocolates. I might try and make some of my Bailey's chocolate fudge and giving away at Christmas.
We have some.
Yes. I shall bring some on the 14th.
Thank you.
Which means I've now got to make some. So I've got no option to make it. So I just want to grab this out of my machine.
So with these boxes, is this the actual size that you make?
That's the actual size. If you just use the die, that is exactly what you'll get.
Pretty size. Lovely, lovely.
And, of course, if you show the on the top, you can see, and that's the flower as well. So I've used every die that comes in it.
Cute. Right.
So what we get then is... But hopefully what I was saying earlier makes sense now.
It does.
We know I've just cut that. I haven't embossed it, but can you see all the lines?
Yeah, perfect.
You don't need to emboss this because, again, life is too short and I get bored of things like that.
No.
But the lines press in. So all we do is fold. Now, each one of these sections, and I'm not using a bone folder, I haven't found I need one. Yeah. And this is 300 GSM card I'm using because this is the luster print, I think, in the Royal Auburn. So, from the reds, I think it is set. Yeah, just folds down. Each one folds in. But each one of these sections is 5 centimetres deep. Okay. So if I want to use the lid to make a taller box, I would just score a piece of card at every 5 centimetres. Right. And if you do that, it will work perfectly. Good stuff. Because the lid, as we know, is sized bigger. So the same tip again. Glue tape down. Wet glue for all ways. And just marry them together. And just make sure on your base that you don't sort of go into the flap area. Okay. You've actually got it nice and neat because you don't want it to be too big. Right, okay. Yeah. So, there we go. So that's our base.
How quick is this?
Our lid Right, fold in half. All you do is fold effectively every line on the die. That's all.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Easy.
There's no special way. The little tabs I fold down. Yeah, and then in. Fold each one.
So you're just gently teasing those?
Yeah, fold them in. Fold them in. Fold them in. So I've literally just folded it.
Yeah, really good.
Okay, same thing again. So again, make sure, because this is your lid, you give the flaps a good sort of coating of the glue.
Right.
You want them to really grab, and then you add, again, your wet glue.
Yeah.
And just spend a minute or so making sure that that's nicely adhered, which is why I use the pet tape pen, so I don't have to stress. Okay, and then all I do is fold each section.
Really good.
In.
Hey, how easy is that? Oh, you just push
and
it
push
right
out.
in. Okay, right.
Fold each one of those little tabs around. You can glue them, I do. You don't have to. But push it out. There you go.
How pretty is that as well? That's so quick.
But that's done.
So I can see how you made these now in however many episodes.
Yes, you can see how it was 3 episodes.
Three
that was it. To put the base on, put the lid on first. And you'll notice there's 2 different sizes.
OK, is that to give it stability?
It is, and also because it will squish around in different way, that makes it stay in its size.
Right.
Now, I put 2 sizes on. Number 1, I marry one flap to the base panel and then move them. There we go.
That is perfect.
But so that, again, it's neat inside, I added this one, which is smaller.
Right.
So
you've thought of
that
everything.
will fit.
And again, it's that professional finish when people look inside.
It is.
Yeah.
If you're putting a gift in here, I mean, I've got a friend who's done, because I've done a similar box to this as an actual workshop by hand.
Yeah.
And the lady uses it now and she sells candles in it at craft
lovely
fairs.
idea.
So then I've got...
Yeah, that looks really nice.
A nice base, so it's hiding that. And finally, the flower, all I do, and this is a great thing with the card, because it's quite strong, is just pull them over a pair of scissors. Well done, John.
Don't worry.
Always happens. Works at home, but never here. And if you want to, pop the flower on top.
Yeah.
Push it out. And you're
there's
done.
The lid. Gift boxes mean so much. They really do when you receive one and they've been handmade and they look so professional like this. That's beautiful. Thank you, John. Whatever else you're going to do next, I'll let you get ready.
OK, thank you.
So, if you would like these wonderful boxes, so of course you've got the sandwich and the opera box, and you've got the lovely little gift of Sam there. He's so sweet, isn't he? So it's £53.98, but if you're a Freedom member, you've got an even better deal. We've taken it to £48.58, so you've got 10% off. We have also got it on FlexiBuy, and so it's 2 payments of, if you're a Freedom member, £24.29. Obviously, there's FlexiBuy if you're not a Freedom member as well, but you're better off if you're a Freedom member. 845740 is your item number. Now, they are available individually, but your best value is if you go for the 2 together, and your FlexiBuy is more cost-effective. Obviously, you'll have to pay the next instalment next month, but it's worth it because you get everything. Now, you've got some tags and some everyday sentiments that are just brilliant. You've got literally everything you can think of in terms of sentiments right there at your fingers. So they're real workers. £15.99, 845514 is your item number. And, oh, Starflowers have gone.
Oh. Sorry.
No, but thank you if you bought them, because they are different. I like different.
Yes.
Yeah, I really do. So thank you if you purchased them and enjoy using them.
Yes, definitely.
Over to you, John.
Right, so I thought I'd show you this time how we can use just one of the panels in the cards, in this die set, to make a card.
OK.
So what I've actually done is, this panel here that we used for the filigree of the front, obviously, we can put it down, and this is a piece of the ice silver. And I'm just going to place it in the middle. And this is actually a 3-inch square.
Right.
Because the sandwich box itself is designed to take a piece of card, a card blank, standard one, that is 6 by 6.
Okay.
So I'm just going to run this through if there's something you can go through for a second.
The cardstock, shall we show that? So evergreen. Let me bring this in. Isn't this pretty? I love... So they've all got a hint either of gold or silver, is that right?
Yeah, it's all mainly silver with some colours when they need it having the gold lustre over the top.
Yeah, like this one is lovely.
Yeah.
So you can go for these. This is your evergreen. Next one, we've got the soft pink, which is here. Love these. Oh, check these colours out. Oh, over 40% of the wonderful pinks. Next one is... What's an embossed piece? I'm getting it a bit. Warm reds. These are very classy. Now, I like these. Alex colours, of course.
Yes.
And then, next up, you have got the whites, or white glaze, we're calling it. And these are the busiest. You could just see those differences. Approaching 2/3 of the stock gone. £12.99 for each option. £8.95, £6.35.
I absolutely just love that card. I've gone crazy over it. So, you can see that's cut. Perfect.
Yep.
No problems at all. I'm just going to marry it up on the other side. So I'm marrying point to point.
Yes.
Really easy to simple to do. Just give it a tape down and we'll run that one through. Just take that off. There we go. Down onto my plate. Make sure I haven't got my magnetic sheet in the middle. So here we go. Just run that one through.
So have you been having lots of fun designing all these things?
I've been having lots of fun and lots of stress.
Oh, bless you.
Because what I have to do with, say, the lid,
yeah.
I had to draw it, work it out in my mind, then draw it out.
I'm
I know,
conscious
don't want
of
to
it.
do that. I've moved it slightly.
Okay.
Draw it out, then I had to draw it, print it, cut it out with scissors, fold it, see if it worked, go back, change it a couple of millimetres and keep doing that until I got it.
Wow.
But do you know what? It has been so much fun.
It's worth it, though, isn't it, in the end?
So, what we've got is... So then you've got...
That's pretty.
A really quick, simple filigree panel.
Yeah.
And again, a die that would just cut that as a background would be absolutely beautiful, but it would be like a £15 to £20 die on its own. Yeah. This is just an extra piece that comes within the set.
It's good.
And there will be more panels coming to fit within the box. What I did do was to make sure, number one, that all of these big dynamic dies will fit with future dies that I'm doing, so that you're not sort of left on the shelf. And I also made sure that things like the panels will also fit with Spellbinders dies, Sue Wilson dies, Crafter's Companion dies. So this panel here, or the centre panel, will take dies from all of the other companies as well.
Very good.
Because I want people to... We've all got a stash.
Versatility, yeah.
So why we shouldn't pretend that we've only got one from one company.
True.
We get them from all over, so I made sure that everything fits everything.
Good.
So now I want to stick that down to a piece of vellum. Never fun, and putting glue all over that is a nightmare.
Oh, is this where your lovely runners come in?
A lot of people get really, a lot of people get really scared, and I did, at times, of using spray glue, because I've got a box at home that's about that thick in spray glue now.
You mean the gunge?
A gunge at the bottom. So what I'm going to use is the glue dots sheets that come in the pack. So what these are the same micro dots, but on a sheet.
Oh, this is
So what I do is put my sheet down that I want my detailed die cut. What have I got in there? Something on the bottom. And give it a nice press.
Yeah.
Rub my handles, my scissors over, something like that. And then peel it off. And that's all glued on the back. That's
very clever.
Straight onto the vellum.
Yeah.
There you go, Alex. Do you want to have a...
Look at this! And no gluey mess, because that's always the thing, isn't it, when you...
No little bits of glue tracing in between them, because it can only stick. And, of course, that sheet isn't finished.
No, how many times do you reckon you can use it?
Until it runs out, until it stops. This is not a new sheet I've used for this.
Yeah.
This is a sheet that I've been using. I've not even peeled off another one.
Very good.
But when it comes to... I like a wet glue, you know, I like all these things. I like a spray glue. But when it comes to really delicate filigree and things like that, I thought, how brilliant is that?
Yeah.
And if I've got just a small swirl, that's all I need to do.
Because I find I've ruined a lot of pieces of my work because of the glue. Yeah. Even the glues that, you know, dry clear and everything, they still...
There'll always be something.
Yes,
there will always be something.
Yeah.
And, of course, because I put vellum on then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my dots roller. because that shows through the vellum far less.
They're the tiniest dots,
They are.
aren't they?
I don't even think the camera can actually get.
I'm like staring
how
at
small.
it. So, yeah.
There we go. There you go.
Look at that.
Just in that corner.
Yeah, but you're never going to see that, if you know what I mean. I mean, we're zooming in, but...
Yeah. Well, you can actually see how bad my fingernails are at the moment from all this work, from biting them. But again, if I glue this down onto here, can you see how I've stuck that vellum on?
That is incredible, because normally you'd have to resort to brads and things like that.
That's fixed.
Yeah.
But you can't see it.
Brilliant.
That's why I called this the essential pack. Because to me it was absolutely essential if you're a die cutter, if you're a stamper, if you do any sort of matting and layering. So in the usual format, I've put my tape on already.
Okay.
But the other good thing is, I do this a lot and then think, oh no, I haven't done the next layer. So I'll pop that on there.
Okay.
Because that sheet on the other side is...
Yeah, you can just pop it.
I can just resist it, so it's worth having to live on my desk. Because I've embossed a piece of the pink, this is the Rosa, with the Dots embossing folder, but it just doesn't stand out enough.
Okay.
So...
That's what's great about this card, you can distress it.
What I can do is distress it.
Yeah.
So take a sanding block.
Now that really pops, doesn't it?
I'm not going to bother with the needle, so I'm not going to use it and do what I normally do at home. Clean off the dust on my trousers.
You are funny.
But then you can see there, hopefully.
Really
now,
good.
Completely
Look at that
different.
lovely distress.
I've not lost the lustre.
Nope.
But I've got that distress, and I could ink over that easily. So I'm going to use this time my permanent pen for quickness. Quickness.
Yeah, that's a word.
Is it a word?
That's a word.
My grammar sometimes is terrible. I forget. I make words up.
Well,
Pearlage is one of my favourites.
Oh, I like that one.
I cover something with so many pearls, I call it, it's covered in pearlage.
Well, as I always like to say, Shakespeare made his own words up and he didn't do too bad.
No, he didn't really, did he?
No.
And then what I've done here is, and I know we know it's normally, this is the bonus flower that actually comes with the opera box.
Yes.
And again, just going to pull it over my scissors lightly.
Yeah.
So I've cut it twice in the pink and 3 times in the vellum.
Yeah.
But the vellum, I cut it by having 3 layers together with the die through once.
Yeah.
The die will cut up to 4 layers of vellum with no problems.
Oh, that's good.
Which, again, I find really, really useful.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go...
Oh, it's so
pink,
delicate.
Vellum, pink, vellum, vellum. Because there's one on my tray, we'll pop a green gem from the gem pack in the middle and just scrunch that all up.
Yeah.
But this, as I say, this is a bonus flower.
It's wonderful.
I do like this gerbera daisy. He may pop back out
yes.
in the future. And then the leaves, all I've done is use the Eyes Ink inks and just dobbed them onto a piece of white card.
Okay.
Just literally blob them down. So take the colours.
Just literally like that?
Yeah, because these work so well like that and don't mix in, so they don't contaminate, so I don't have to bother with sponge and things.
Yeah.
And then you die cut that.
Brilliant.
And when you've die cut that, you'll get that.
That's clever, isn't it? That's a funky background, I like that.
So while I'm sticking these on, I will be completely fair.
Yes.
And show that I'm not just making it up or saying it for a laugh.
Okay, go for it. Saying it
it's
for a laugh.
It's my favourite.
Now, we have got the inks on the show. You get... Oh, how many? 20? Yeah, 20 of these wonderful colours for $34.98. So what type of inks are these, then?
These are dye-based ink, and what you actually get is all 20.
Brilliant.
There are no more. They don't do any of the colours in the dye-based. It's your base 20 colours. And they're dye-based, so you'll use them for absolutely everything. But it's what I've been using with the media plates.
Oh.
And again, I've done that. I'm very sorry.
It's all right.
I'm very, very naughty.
Oh, it happened yesterday as well, so don't worry.
That's okay. That makes me feel better. But basically, these are your dye-based inks. So these work with your media plates. So we're hoping to bring them with your media plates. Oh. Unfortunately, because they come from France, they couldn't get us the quantity in that they were happy with.
In time as well.
Because they were new in time. So we said we will bring them as soon as we could.
Okay.
But then, I'll pop those on.
Yeah.
Because they go both ways. But I'll show you, hopefully. Add some more. So that messy piece of card, like that.
It was perfect. It all die cut. That. There we go. That's still a cool background. I really like that.
It's the leaf.
Perfect colours.
But that does look so much more realistic.
There we go.
Than actually just cutting it in green. And you would think, oh, that's a tonal card. You've bought a special type of card for that. No. See what the other one looks like. And what I usually do is add a little bit of brown over the top as well, just to change it slightly. There we go.
Looking really good. Hannah, do you know, I wouldn't think of putting pink and green together, but I really like it.
It happens in nature. If nature does it...
Why not?
Then what's wrong with us doing it? It's always been my view. There we go.
Oh, how pretty is this? And, of course, now this is ready for one of your little sentiments at some point.
Yeah, so what I would do then is leave this, then I would sentiment it. If you could pass me the apple green box.
Apple green? Oh, the box.
Yeah. So I would sentiment that when I'm ready to send it. And, of course, because I made this card just slightly smaller than 6 by 6.
OK.
And I finished, this is the box that we were doing earlier, I finished the front.
Yeah.
In it pops.
And there
on the lid goes.
Oh, and again, if you were making to sell this and you fill it full of cards, it would be just perfect.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favourites is I've seen people go, well, you could get, you know, £10 for this card. And I always think, no, you can't.
Yeah.
We know what people will pay. But on...
Look at that.
Books, you can charge a lot more.
That's what I'm thinking.
You can get a lot more for that. And again, it's the mystery of what's inside.
I know, I like it.
And make it any width you want just by cutting down the panels.
Thank you, John.
My pleasure.
So lovely. I love that we've seen the sandwich box. I love that we've seen the opera box and obviously the cards too. Now, we do have some inspiration for you, so take a little look. So there's so much that you can do with these beautiful dies. I've just raided the back because I really wanted to show you some more samples. But check this out. I want to be delicate with it because it's just so... Really, it's just so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? And the cards to match.
But you could sit it on your mantelpiece.
Yeah, mantelpiece,
just like that.
Yeah.
And people could actually show the box off as well.
Yeah.
With it open. And what I love about this one as well is you can do this.
OK. That way.
So you can actually put it on you like that on the mantelpiece. You could put 4 of them together.
Well, I was going to say I want to put some books in it.
Oh, what a nice idea.
Book.
Oh, I like that. Sorry.
So you can take that. I
will steal that one. Thank you very much.
And again, I just want to show you... Sorry, I'm making a mess here, aren't I? The sample from Mrs. Duck. I just think that's just incredible, isn't it?
It's just so clever. I was blown away when she gave me that yesterday.
Yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So pull these out. And they're all different, these gorgeous cards. And then check this box out. So this is a different type of box. Yeah,
what Mrs. Duck's done here is she's used the panels and made 2 of them together into a square box, into a standard folded box.
Yeah. Oh, that's so pretty.
And if you see the flower there, what she's done is use the circles in the tag die set.
Oh, yeah.
She's cut out the gerbera daisy.
Right.
And then she's cut the circles to make the petals finish flat.
She's got great imagination, hasn't
she? She really has. She's got a real good look on it.
Oh, look at this card, using the panels.
This is one of my favourites in there.
Yeah.
Just the panel, cut into 3 times, and then the centre cut out with the leaves made with the inks.
Right.
The star flowers on, and then one of the stamps from a previous show just in the middle.
Perfect. And then they've got one more box to show, because I think this is glorious as well.
This is another one of Mrs. Duck's.
Yeah, look at this. But I know, it looks like she'll have put tons of time into it, but I know now, seeing how the dies work, that actually she'll have been able to knock this up quite quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is literally, everything starts with cutting 4 of the triangles with the flaps and 4 of the sides. And that's all you need to do. And you can tell which pieces they are, because they've got the little sort of edges on them, like the tabs or the flaps of a box. Yeah. So easy.
Brilliant. And then I must just show you, because again I raided the back, because these boxes are incredible, because you can start using the panels with different
what I wanted
dyes.
to say is this is a Sue Wilson panel.
Okay.
And I wanted to show how they fit. This is one of her striplets.
Yeah.
But how they fit exactly.
Really good.
So it's exactly the same. So if you've got those dyes before, don't think because you've got this box, oh, I need to reinvest in lots of new dyes to fit that. No, the dyes you've got will fit.
Perfect. So this is what you're getting then, and you've got a little Sam as well. I must point him out. There he is, there he is. You're getting all the dyes that you need to make the opera box and the sandwich box, and your lovely little jelly baby, 2 other sweets available. And if you want to go for this, it is either £53.98, or if you're a Freedom member, it's £48.58. But we've also got it on Flexi Buy, and if you're a Freedom member, again, your quid's in, it's 2 payments of £24.29. 845740 is your item number. Now, we've also got the tags and those wonderful everyday sentiments. Workers, you're going to use them continually.
Yeah. The idea was of these, I wanted a set of stamps that I could leave out on my desk next to my press to impress all the time.
Yeah.
That it's just sat there so that I can pop them in and stamp my sentiments whenever, because I know we've all got them.
Yeah.
There's no point in me pretending that I haven't got every word that's in there somewhere, but I haven't got a clue where they are.
That's it. They're all on different sets.
They're all on different sets, so it was nice to have a general set of all of them.
And so we have gone limited for these. We've got some lovely samples. I just want you to see the size, because I think they're a really sweet size.
They're small because I think we're making smaller cards now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why the box was made as a 6x6, so we could get it out of 2 A4 sheets, but we are making smaller, sweeter, cuter cards.
Speaking of sweets, look at this one. That's adorable, isn't it? There we go. Oh, now I like this.
Now that's tiny.
It is. Look at the size. So it's a lovely thank you note,
but
isn't it?
that's just using, the 2 dice from the sandwich box. But again, your sentiment would stamp inside there beautifully because it's the right size. It's bringing them down to the size we use. Again, like on Anja's box here, where she's used Happy Birthday.
Yeah, it's
just
adorable.
on the tags, they're exactly sized to match.
Perfect. Now, don't forget, it's not just the stamps that you're getting the tags, which have been wonderfully sized to go with the sentiments. Now, this has gone absolutely limited. It's not going to be here, I don't think, anyway, for the 4 o'clock. It's £15.99, 845514 is your item number. And then just very quickly, just to point out, we've also got embossing folders on the show as well. Have a look on the website, and for those glue dots, they're brilliant.
Yes, they were a brilliant find. I literally found them in the warehouse, and then found the dot roll and thought, oh, this is just brilliant. Yeah. I need to play. I loved it.
Brilliant. So do give us a call, 01733602000, or check out on the website at hochanda.com, and we'll be back together at 4 p.m.
Yes, we will. Brilliant.
Oh, lovely. Right, we're going to grab ourselves a quick cup of tea. Maybe you do the same, and a biscuit, and we'll see you after the break.
Biscuit.
Or a jelly baby.
A jelly baby, that'd be lovely.
And coming up next, we've got our one-day special, Dies by Sue Wilson, followed by Sewing with the Makery, and then we've got Be Crafty with Sam. Plus, you can catch Crafting Racket on Sky 676.
Hi, I'm Jenny Mays from Hobby Art. Hobby Art's a family-run company, and we've been designing and manufacturing stamps for over 28 years now. We have an extensive range of clear and rubber stamps, and we're proud that they're all manufactured in Britain. Whatever your style, there's always something that will interest you with Hobby Art stamps. Crafting is my passion, and I love teaching. I love sharing my ideas with other people. This is why I enjoy being part of the Hochanda family, because I have the time to share my ideas, maybe open a door for somebody and give them the confidence to start stamping. So make sure you join me, Jenny Mays, on Hochanda.
Hayley from Craft Yourself Silly, and we're really excited to still be working with you guys here on Hochanda. We were there from the very, very beginning, and we're still bringing you lots of really exciting soft crafts. We design and manufacture all of our kits and all of our fabrics here in the UK, and we love bringing them to you. So if you're an experienced sewer or you're just starting out in soft crafts and sewing, join us. There's tips and fabrics for everybody. Make sure you don't miss our shows and come and craft yourself silly on Hochanda.
Hello. Hello and welcome. You are tuned into Hochanda, the home of crafts, hobbies and arts. It's lovely to have your company. My name's Leonie. We have got your one-day special. We've got a lovely guest. It's our Julia. Hello again, our Julia. The one-day special has been marvellous, and it's got a die named after you, hasn't it?
It has, yes.
I love this, because when we were talking about it last night, Julia was like, well, it's about time. Well, quite frankly.
It's quite rude that I didn't have one.
Until now.
I know
how many years
that have one, but I didn't have one.
Rude. It is a beautiful selection of dies. Now, these are, as we were saying, from the lovely Sue. She's designed a really nice eclectic mix. I love Sue's dies because when you look at them now, they're very different. You know, in all the different dyes she's now produced, she produces so many different types and varieties and looks.
I don't know how she does it. I really don't know how she does it, because there are an incredible amount of dyes that she's designed now. It must be about 400 or 500 over the last few years. And, yeah, every single one is different. And she's a crafter.
Yeah.
So she knows that, you know, she just doesn't give you something that is just as it looks.
Yeah.
There's different things that you can do with them.
Yes.
Because she wants you to have value for money.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get value for money with this collection. Now, this is a brand new collection, literally November's collection. Let's take you through what you're going to get in your selection. So, first of all, and you can get them separate. So have a look at the bottom of your screen, because the details will pop up for your individuals. Your first one is your cascading leaves. Now, when I first saw this down, when you look at it, you presume that, yeah, you get your outside edge, but you presume that this is then a trail of leaves and they're attached, but they're not, are they?
No. If you cut both of them together, hang on, let me get. I've got one somewhere. I don't know what I've done with. I did have one. Hang on.
I can show you a pretty card while our Julie has a rummage.
I've got it.
Bear with, she's
I'm not
rummaging.
Going to get all my bits though.
You're not going to see all the bits.
So if you cut just the outside one, you get that.
Boom.
Right.
Yeah.
If you cut the outside one and the inside one, you get that.
Fabulous.
And you get your leaves. There's only one here, but you get 5 of them.
And then you get, your little leaves.
So it's like a three.
That is lovely. Yeah, 3 for 2.
Because this one is your frame.
Yeah.
The first one that you saw was the aperture.
Yeah,
and then you've got your detail that you can use or not.
Yes, in there if you wish. I really like that. It's a really, really clever die.
It is.
The little leaves are adorable.
They're really different.
They're detailed.
Yeah.
They're so detailed. They're exquisite.
Like Zen doodling.
Yeah.
It's
that kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stunning. Now, on its own, 620-796, 3/4 stock has gone. Obviously, it's part of your bundle. When you look at your saving on your bundle, you're getting that for nothing, aren't you, effectively? Yes. When you look at your saving £10, you get that for nothing and an extra 99p chucked in. Now, so that's your first one. OK, the next one is your majestic tree. Now, this is, again, absolutely gorgeous, but of course, it's a Sue die, so there's loads of different things you can do with it, because the actual tree element is separate to the branch, and then you've got another outside edge.
Yeah.
So again, it allows you to do loads of different things, doesn't it?
Get your leaves all cut out. They kind of stay in, but they cut out, so you can lift them up and give them a little bit of dimension.
I'm rummaging.
Here's one.
Oh, thank you. See, so what our Julia means is, when we look at that one, can you see? they stay in but cut out. But the brown element, the actual bark of it, the actual trunk, yeah, thank you, and branches. Words that form a tree. That's separate. So again, you can create a tree for every season.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, Sue's got it there, so you can see the sky behind. But you could double cut it so that and leave one flat, or you could just cut the outside die as well, and you can make it. So you're looking through to greenery or whatever colour you want to.
Yeah, you could. I love it because again, so many different ways of using it. Now, again, that one you can get it on its own. The details are there. 922078 is your item number. If you want to get it on its own, absolutely exquisite and a good size die as well. Now, next you've got the sunflower bouquet. Now you've got so many dies, 14 dies here. If I whip this round, you've got outside edges, you've got inner edges, you got such texture going on there. There's tons of ways you can use this one, isn't there, Julia?
There really is, yeah. You can use the, obviously because the inside of the flowers is separate, so you can have different mediums that you cut them from. You can make little rosettes out of the small flowers. You can do your scrunched up flowers.
Yes, that's what you did yesterday.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of things with them. They're very, very versatile.
I'll sneak one in. So that one, you can see the gorgeous little flowers there. So that's as they would normally be, if you will. Or, of course, you've got that element there on the bottom, and that really emphasises the detail. Or, of course, this is the one our Julia demonstrated last night, the scrunched up flower. And that is literally from those wonderful, just from the outside edge bits.
Yeah.
How cool. That looks really effective.
3 sizes, twice of each. There's 6 in there. Yeah.
You need to get that on catch-up. That were when we launched last night. Now, if you do want those dies, again, 14 dies for £13.99. That's 737453. That's your item number. And then here she is. It's Julia. Yay!
I'm here.
You're getting 5 dies here. And this is such a gorgeous die. Now, on its top, 3/4 of the stock has gone. You get an outside edge. You get the detail. You then get that lovely stitch detail. You then get another circle. And then, of course, you get that fabulous grid. I mean, again, that is a stunning, stunning die.
Yeah, it is, it is. And you can, because you've got separate outside cutting edges, you can cut either die number 1 or number 4 on their own or together to make your backgrounds. Great for the rosette, as we did last night. It's just a beautiful one. And, of course, we've got some stamps to die for on the show that will coordinate with that outer die as well.
Yeah, so, again, it's going to mix and match with so many other things. I mean, that is beautiful. That's the die in lots of different guises there.
Different ways, yes.
Whether it's making the background, whether it's the focal point.
Yeah.
But then, Julie said about the stamps to die for, that there is one of them stamps, isn't it,
yes,
Julia?
That's Julia's Magnolia Circle, that one.
That's beautiful.
Painted with the pixies.
That is so pretty, isn't it?
It is pretty. I am, because it's named after me, I'm so pleased that it's such a beautiful die. And I'm also really pleased that the stamps are so beautiful as well. It's like all the best is in this particular bit.
They've all come together
I know,
in that lovely collection.
Yeah.
Now, you are getting 5 gorgeous dies, big dies, very popular indeed. 15987. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, it's something else. There you go. It isn't that. Oh, yeah, it is that. 159877. That's your item number, £10.99. Then we've got the linear leaf background. Now, this is a big die. When I whip that round, look at the size of that. It's huge. And that one stays in the card, doesn't it, Julia?
So, Sue, as always, from the year dot, when she started doing dies, when she's done her background, she's not put an outside cutting edge. That means you can put a bigger frame as you want to. You decide whether you want to trim it with your trimmer or put a background die on it. It also means that you can extend them widthways, like Sue's done there.
Yeah, that looks so cool.
And you can also extend it lengthways, which I've done both here, actually. I've done it both lengthways and sideways. We did that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Yeah, stunning, absolutely stunning.
And it's quite funky, it's quite modern, it's quite young.
Yeah.
In its design. You don't necessarily have to think of it as being a leaf either.
No, you don't.
But even if you do, it works really well for everything.
Yeah, it's quite tribal, I think.
Yes,
It's got a real look to it like that.
Yeah,
beautiful die. Now, on its own, £11.99. But, of course, it is part of this collection. 258973. No, it isn't. 258793 is your item number. If you do want to go for that on its own, you've got some lovely inspiration in the packaging. And then, of course, not only have you got a £10 saving here, but you've also got your fabulous bonus embossing folder. And we're talking about texture there. Now, that has sold out on its own. That's already been... we had it on its own to actually buy, but it's gone on its own. So now we have just got it as part of this bundle. Is it worth £3.99?
Yes,
that one?
it is, yeah.
So again, that's your bonus. So it's brilliant. Not only are you making a massive saving, but you are getting the bonus as well. Let me show you some more cards, because honestly, the cards are just divine. I mean, have a look. That is so pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, it's so on the surface of it, it's quite a simple die, the cascading leaves, but look how elegant that looks.
And I love it because it's using the aperture, it's using the outside, it's using the leaves, but because of the dimension that's been created there, gives it such depth. Yeah. Look, same leaves. That's absolutely incredible. Is that the pixies as well?
That's the pixies. Both of them have got
That's gorgeous.
But, different colours.
I love that. Absolutely, because it's so simple but very classy indeed. What card is that?
That's the coconut white.
The coconut white. That's such a nice... It's really pretty, isn't it? Because it's not as harsh as white, is it?
No, it isn't. It's like a winter white.
White. And look at this. That's your trick. So has that been double cut? It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, I like to cut it
That's
twice.
nice.
Because I like to see through to more leaves.
Yeah.
Make it really bushy tree.
That is really
and that's
cute.
the bark embossing folder in the background that you're getting
through. Yes, fantastic. Obviously, absolutely works perfectly.
Yeah.
That is such a nice card. One more. I love showing you cards. That's gorgeous, isn't it?
So
that's the waist.
It is, if you think about how you're cutting your leaves out, you can actually make really nice cards from them.
Yeah, really cool backgrounds. Yeah, that's beautiful. Again, with your pixie powders, mix and match it with all your different elements. It looks so classy, but you've got that real shot of colour. Now, if you'd love this selection, you're getting 25 dies in total. You've got that fantastic bonus embossing folder. All this for just $49.95, and you don't need to pay for it all in one hit. We can spread those payments for you. 2 payments of only $24.98, so under £25 for that whole beautiful collection. 413763. Obviously, the individual dies are available for you. They have been busy, so if there is an individual one, then please get on the website for that one. 413763. Now, you've seen already a few cards with lovely little garden elements. That's from this, so it is. And these are ace. They've already been busy this morning. I love these because you've so much stuff, but some of them are really cute, aren't they?
They are, and they're great for making artwork for your home and for gifts, especially if you use them with the shadow box and the stitched square pegboard to make your frame. This is the bushel basket, so this is your 3D element, but you don't have to use it 3D if you don't want to. There's nothing stopping you from chopping them off at your score lines and making a flat basket.
Fabulous. I love that. And actually, when you look at it like that, it doesn't look quite as big as when you look at it on there, are dimensional. I mean, that is so dimensional. It's so cool.
Help from a bit of mountain cushioning, because Sue loves her mountain cushioning. But yes, so stuffed it full of vegetables, stuffed it full of hearts, as we were saying last night, kitties or puppies. Whatever you want to stick in your basket, you can do. Dirty laundry, whatever you want.
Just because we've been making knickers with Lisa. So, that's your first one. That is our wooden garden cart, $13.99. No, it isn't. It's your bushel basket. it. £14.99. 477949. That's your item number. Now we have got our wooden garden cart. I love this. Not only have you got the cart, but look at all the little elements, even down to those teeny weeny little leaves. It's really cool.
Yeah, you've got what Sue's done is she's given you the vegetables, and then that long die that's just above the cart there are your separate leaf tops or stalk tops for your vegetables. So if you didn't want to be inky or painty and colour everything in, you can cut from different colour card and then cut all the tops out of green or brown card and then glue them on the top. There's also a couple of little bonus leaves on that die as well.
Fabulous.
So all your space has been filled. And you've also got the twirly kind of viney bit on your pumpkin vines as well.
That is really, really cool. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, with that one, there's so many ways of using it. And, of course, with the cart, just like your bushel, you can fill it with so many different things. I love that because that's using the sunflowers from the first set, isn't it?
It is.
That is so pretty.
Yeah. And she's also using the butterflies there from the garden cart and the little flowers. The Love's Blooms here is also in this bundle. The Sun is from another set that's going to come later on. But you can see everything works together.
Yeah, that is cool. If you love that one, that is your wooden garden cart. £13.99. You've got 12 lovely dies there. 448807. That's your item number. Now, last but by no means least, life is a garden. Dig in. Oh, I love blooms here. You've got all of those. So again, you've got a lovely collection of dies there. You've got your little gardening tools, all your little accessories. You've got your teeny tiny little flowers. The butterfly is so cute.
Yes, isn't it?
Yeah, again, teeny tiny.
But Sue's just using she just used up all the spare metal that there was in the die set, and made sure that you're getting the best value, really.
Yeah. They're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant.
I like the rake. That's
I do.
My favourite.
I love it because, I mean, have a look at that. I adore that.
That's my favourite card.
It's absolutely beautiful. That is so autumn, isn't it?
It's a work of art.
Yeah, it is.
It is an absolute work of art. I would have that behind a piece of glass on my wall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
And it's the kind of thing, I mean, I bet you've got loads of different stamps. You know, all your really nice aspirational stamps, all those kind of things. That is going to work so well with that as well. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. If you do love these frames, we've got these on the show.
That's the stitched square pegboard, and then the box inside is the shadow box. That's the Celebrations shadow box, which is a birthday-themed box. But as you can see, you can use it for any occasion with your little bits and pieces that you put
They're
inside.
so cute. It's such a good idea. We've got those. We will be talking about those a little bit later for you. 956612. But what I haven't mentioned, you've got a bonus. So you have got your fantastic bonus embossing folder again. And again, it's a pretty generic background.
Yeah, this one's called Fauna. So again, it's kind of your foliage kind of background, if you like. Easy to extend because it's very, very busy. Very useful.
Yeah, I like things like that. Because again, with these, you can create any kind of depth and dimension. Have to show you some cards. There's something about these. They're just fun dies.
They are.
Building everything up, building those scenes up. You're going to be using them for... When I look at these as well, I love dies that I know I can use with tons of different things that I've got in my stash. Like yesterday, I was chatting about this. I had Elsa's, Susan's beautiful florals on. I know that these will sit beautifully with those. I know I've got gorgeous stamps that will sit with these, and I love that.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than having something that you can only use in one way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we all know you do it. We all know that you don't just buy Creative Expressions dies. We know that.
Yeah,
so, mix and match. You'll get more value for money if you can use it with something else.
Yeah, too, right. And that's what you need, isn't it? You're building up your stash. Now, if you'd love to get hold of this collection, it's gorgeous. It's only $36.97. You are making a £7 saving, and you're getting a lot of dies. Plus, of course, you've got that bonus embossing folder. 956612. That's 30 dies there. So you've got £7 saving plus a $3.99 saving with your bonus embossing folder. Obviously, if you're a Hochanda and Freedom member, you're not paying anything on your postage either. 956612. That's your item number. Now, trot along to the website for more. We have got loads of goodies on websites. The website is hochanda.com, of course. You'll you'll see all sorts. This is a creative expression show, which means you are going to find things like pixie powders. You are going to find those fantastic spritzers. The colours in the spritzers are just lush. You've also got a little bit of glitter kissing, which is just gorgeous. and then we've also got the microbeads and the copper microbeads as well, which is perfect. If you do want any of those, please have a little look around that website, hochanda.com. You can ring us as well. That's 01733602000.
You're having far too much fun in your job.
I know, right? No, I get paid for this. This is my job.
Right, back in the room, Leonie.
I'm here.
I wanted to just show you this, if I can. This
yes.
is we did this with Matt in the previous hour, this background, and we kind of virtually made this card.
Yeah.
So that was the background that I did at home. This is the background that we did live in the studio.
That's delicious. So I presume it's just about dried now?
It's dry. It's 100% dry. 100% dry. It dries,
I love
it dries
these.
about an hour, depending on how wet you get it. So we've got pixie powders in the background. We also, onto some Cosmic Shimmer glue. We also sprinkled some golden sand.
Nice. Glitter?
Polished silk glitter.
Yeah.
And I also added a few gilding flakes. There's one there, one there.
Ah, yeah.
You just about see them. So
they're a bit
retrospect,
chunkier.
I might have put a few more in.
Can I pinch this?
And there are a few white gaps, so you know. But once you've got your background on there, it'd be fine. But isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
They're always slightly different.
Look at that.
So you leave the tissue paper on because it gives you more texture.
Yes.
You don't try and peel it off.
Yeah, and it'll dry, and the tissue paper, obviously, because it just absorbs into the background. You can see all the tissue paper, but it's the different colours, the vibrance. So the actual colours, that's your pixie powders where you've got your colours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely sensational. And of course, that's what it looks like when you actually put your dye on top of it. So that's what it can look like. There's so many ways of using it, but I love that because you're just getting tiny little looks of that. The pixie powders, if you do want the pixie powders, they are absolutely exquisite. They've already been busy. We've actually got two sets. The one I've got here, marvellous. So we've got your burnt orange, you've got your star yellow, straw, Leona, and then straw, and then your aubergine dream. Now they are just lushy pixie powders. They've got that fabulous pigment, but then they've got the shine as well. That's your first collection. They'll last ages.
They really don't look like anything like that.
No, they don't. No, they don't. It's when you use them and they explode in colour. So that's your first collection that we've got for you. The second collection that we've got for you.
I've probably got some in here actually.
Oh yeah.
I messed up the orange. That's a mixture of the orange and the yellow. There's orange in there.
Oh, it looks
and
lovely.
There's the aubergine in there.
Oh look. Yeah, they're just
really
gorgeous.
Intense. They're really
and so
intense.
that one is that
that's
one,
the
this
bronze
one.
Blush.
So there you go.
That has a little bit. No, that's the pale
your
olive.
pale
That one.
Okay, so that's pale olive,
yeah,
but you've got a little bit left. And that is your bronze blush.
That's the one that has like a bit of verdigris kind
Yeah,
of feel
I like
to it
that.
on black card.
That's beautiful. So in your second option, you have got your bronze blush, you have got your pale olive, and then you've got lava red. They're nice.
They are.
$10.99 if you would like those. 542670. That's your item number. Miss Julia.
They're a need, an absolute need.
Need.
Right, so we're going to do a couple of shadow boxes in this hour.
Lovely.
And we're going to start with this one. On the one-day special. So
Beautiful.
we're using the majestic tree and the sunflower bouquet, and we're also using the Love is the Garden from the second bundle.
Beautiful. Okay.
So I've done a bit ahead of time. So I've already cut into a piece of coconut white. I've cut the frame for the shadow box.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
I love the coconut white because it looks creamy. That shadow box, I'm just gonna. This is the shadow box then.
Yes.
So with the shadow box, you're literally getting that frame that you've got there, and it's so cleverly designed because you're cutting those apertures out. It's giving you the actual paper piercing on the outside of each frame. So, of course, you've got the frame is the bit you're after. The squares are just, the rectangles are just a bonus.
Just fall out,
and then all the accents that you get in. I mean, it's a birthday one, but of course you're going to use it for everything. It's a good idea, is that?
It is, it is. And this is the only one that Sue's done so far that's square.
Right, okay.
So it fits. She's designed the square pegboard that we've also got on the show to fit that.
Yeah.
And that's why whenever we've used the shadow box, we've used the stitch square pegboard. But whenever I want to put a frame around anything on a square card, I use the pegboard as well.
Yeah, because this is really nice and simple. I love it because whichever way you look at it as well.
You can use it anyway. Yeah, and you can cut sections out as well. Like we've got a card with the garden cart, and we've cut a section out to put the garden cart on. So, yeah, you can mess around with it.
It's cracking.
But again, it's got no outside edge to it, so you decide how big a frame you want. If you wanted to, you don't have to put a frame around it. You can just use it like that without a frame.
Which looks beautiful.
Yeah.
If you would like that one, it is only $15.99 for the whole collection there. That's 859. Ooh, can't think. 859247. That's your item number.
So I thought we'd actually do a little bit of embossing because I've tried to do as much as possible, but I thought we'd use the bark embossing folder that's free in this one-day special bundle. But you can see my card is too big for it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be absolutely fine. Because we're not going to see all of it anyway, so I'm just going to pop it in and I'm going to extend it.
Okay.
I did this years ago, but with the advent of larger folders, we've not done it for a while. So I'm going to pop it onto my platinum,
and
I'm going to take my tan mat and I'm just going to set it back from the edge just a little bit.
Okay.
And then pop my plate on top. This is the white embossing plate, and
Super.
that way we don't get a line there, because I don't mind if my pattern's going to overlap, but I don't want to get a nice
so you're really
line.
watching where the pressure goes, because wherever the pressure is, that's where it's going to emboss.
Yeah.
So if you don't take it to the end, you avoid that line, it's not going to emboss the line.
That's right.
And it is just thinking about it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the sort of thing you do and you think, oh, I wish I'd have done that.
Yeah.
Right, so there's our embossed bark, and it does do a really nice deep emboss.
It's a really good quality embossing folder, isn't it? That's lovely.
It is. So we're now going to extend it. So I'm just going to overlap it a little bit. It doesn't line up. We're not stressed about that. What we don't want to do is have a gap. I don't mind if it overlaps because it's such a random pattern, and to be fair, the tree's going to cover up all one side anyway.
But like you say, it doesn't matter at all, does it?
No, it doesn't matter at all. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my mat down, again, away from the edge. Yeah. Then my mat on top, and then we'll extend it.
While you do that, can I just give people a bit of a heads up before we do the reveal? This is now limited stock on its own. That means less than 10% remaining on its Todd. So if you do want this one, you do need to be checking out your baskets on its own. It is such a beautiful, beautiful die. And obviously with this die, you are getting the outside edge. You get the beautiful aperture. You've also got those incredible leaves, which are so pretty. And when you look at that one, is it that one? So that's
same.
So that is obviously the die cut bit, but that's using it in a different way, isn't it?
They're all absolutely
brilliant.
I mean, these are the two I did that one at home, and then this one I did this morning. So to me, it's a bit of an optical illusion. To me, this one looks like it's a rectangular card, whereas this one looks a square.
Yeah, because of the
way it's been cut.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah, they're lovely. They do almost look different.
They do, yeah.
If you want those leaves, $9.99, that's all you're paying for those. But where's am I picking up? But they have now gone. Have they actually gone limited? No, not quite. Oh, but nearly. Limited stock, 413763, that's your item number. That's your one-day special, sorry, the other ones are at the bottom. Sorry, Julia.
That's all right, it's fine. OK, so I've extended that, so my line is actually here, but you can barely see it. Let's just see if there we go.
There you are.
You can't really see where
I've done that. No, it just merges perfectly.
Really, really useful embossing folder. So I'm not going to do like I did when I did a bit of prep earlier. I want to put it together before I put it on the frame. So I want to have my sentiment down here and my sunflowers here and my tree on that side. So I'm going to glue this to that using my sold out fine tip applicators.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Sorry, everybody.
Might be
a little while before we can get them again because we don't have any left.
You do need to stock up on them when you see them.
You really, really do. I will, as soon as they come back into Creative Expressions, we'll get them on again, I promise you. But I don't know when that will be. Okay, so we're going to pop that down on there.
Perfect.
Just nice and flat, because I want to have my sentiment just over my frame. So there we go.
Like
and then I've got my frame. This is from dies 3 and 5 from the stitch square pegboard. So I count the spellbinder's way. I count from inside out, because I was on the team for a little while, so I had to learn that way.
Okay.
So that's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So
right.
it's the largest frame that you can get.
Ta-da! That, to see,
it's a lot of metal.
When you look at that, you'd have thought, why on earth? But, oh my word, it's such a cool die
It's
set.
such a good die. We'll use that in
such
a second.
Such a good die. I adore this. And as you can see, obviously, you've got your frame there that's going to be absolutely perfect. You're getting the stitch on the inside and the outside of the actual cut line.
This is the thing.
It's so well thought out.
Might give you kind of all the in-between sizes, because I'm sure there will be a set B come out soon, so you can get the in-between sizes. But because Sue gives you stitching on the inside and the outside, the dies have to be bigger.
Of course, yeah.
So to get them out of metal, we can only give you the 1/4 inch increment in one set.
Yeah.
So we can't. Yeah. But what it means is when you've got your frame, you've got stitches on both sides.
It just looks so good.
And to not have stitching doesn't look as professional as to have it.
It really finishes it off, doesn't it?
Really finishes it off.
This is what a lot of my cards are missing. I'm no word of a lie. And I say this all the time. I say this every time I have a show, and I still haven't sorted it out. 2183-130. That's your item number. Just £29.99. That's your Hochanda price for this. That is your pegboard. So you've got 5 dies there. You've got that massive pegboard, and then you have got those stitched frames as well. They are such handy dies, and you can create beautiful frames. If you have got different dies that you've got your increments, your different increments, they're going to work alongside, because if they're a square, which means obviously you can create different looks, but that one is going to give you that stitch detail, which is exquisite.
Right, so we're going to the tree now. So there's a few different ways that you can do the tree, and I've actually gone ahead and cut some out. This is your beautiful trunk, and like you say, you've got your winter scenes.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. You could even, if you've got your little tiny stamps, you could do your own sort of stamping around and having that on top if you wanted to. So if you cut all 3 dies from the set together, you'd get kind of that kind of effect, but obviously this would be green. Perfect. And then you can use those as kind of foliage, funky foliage if you want to. Yeah, you certainly
can. You can even use them as deer antlers.
Yes. Yes.
I'm seeing an antler.
Yeah.
So many things.
So obviously I've cut this out of a cinnamon card instead, but if you cut that in, then you've got this kind of aperture here, and then you can slot your tree into it like that.
Beautiful.
You don't have to do it like that if you don't want to. You can cut just the 2 dies together and leave that out, and then you can glue this on top. To give you a little bit more dimension if you prefer.
Yeah, and then you've got more or less the drop shadow, which looks cool.
Yeah. Okay. But we're still going to do that. I'm going to go for the burn here. So what you need to do is just snip off this little bit here.
Wonderful.
And just this side here. I find it easier to turn it over. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick one on top of the other. Now, if you're putting your trunk in here, I would suggest that you actually cut up a bit.
Right.
So that when you put your trunk on, you don't see an excess of green either side.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is the outside die only.
Okay, so that's when it's on its tod.
On its tod. So if you really wanted to and you didn't want any foliage, you could actually add the naked.
Well, and that, you could have that background from pixie powders. You could have it from anything. It could even be photographs.
Anything you wanted to.
You know, it's literally one of those that you'll use in so many different ways.
So you can have just that one on there if you want to, like that, and then see through to green. Just green. Like that.
Yeah.
Or you can have it, how I like it, onto a second one like this. So when you look through, you're looking through to... See if I can get this lined up properly, Julia. This way. You look through to more...
Oh, yeah.
Because I've inked through the die with Vintage Photo oxide. So you can see just more interest underneath.
That's really cool.
And you can get both of them moving around if you want to, and have that one behind. So you can do all sorts of things like that.
Yeah, behind it, you know, your leaves could be pixie powders, you could be using your gilding flakes. There's so many ways to use that dye alone.
Ways.
Yeah, it's a pretty dye, that.
It is.
While you stick together and lift some leaves.
Yes, you can
Can
go.
I go?
Absolutely.
You can go.
Yeah.
Okay, the cascading leaves on their own have now sold out. Well done. If you did get them, they are beautiful dyes, but on their own they have now gone. 620976 sold out on their own. That's those cascading leaves. Well done. Now do check the website out for the other goodies. However, if you do want that tree on its own, again, Mrs. Love, I really like this dye. Brand new, a $12.99 part of the November release from our Sue, and it's only 922078. That's your item number. Obviously, it's part of this collection. So now, the cascading leaves you can only get in this collection. Within this collection, you're also getting that embossing folder, which has sold out on its own. You're getting that as a bonus, again, within the collection. It's a huge collection. Let me show you the kind of things that you can make with it. So, you're celebrating your backgrounds. So if you love working with your glitters, with your pixie powders, you can create some stunning backgrounds. And that beautiful, beautiful leaf pattern looks so exquisite. Remember, you can extend that. You can also use it different ways will look different. It almost looks like an arrowhead or a feather. You know, it's got a really unusual look to it. You've got those cascading leaves. I adore the cascading leaves, whether you're using them as an aperture to see through. I mean, you could literally stick one of those leaves back in there. Again, it gives you such choice. Those leaves, however, look absolutely exquisite when used independently. Look at the detail of those leaves. See, that is such a nice background. That is absolutely exquisite. You've also got the Julia dye. Now, this one, again, it's got layers and layers and layers. It's going to allow you to do so many different things and create so many different looks. The Julia dye on its own is actually limited stock. So if you do want Julia on its own, our little Julia on her own, she's limited stock. If she's in your baskets, check it out. That is your Julia dye. Look at that one. That's your Julia dye. Look at the detail of that. I mean, that is so pretty. That's just cut twice and layered. It's using that beautiful frame that you get in there, which, again, it just gives you such a crisp, professional look. In the background, you've got those leaves again. I love that because you hardly notice the background initially. Your eyes are completely drawn into the centre, which is where they want to be because you've got your sentiments. However, when you start to notice the colours, the detail, that's when you see the background. You see, of course, that stitched frame as well. Everything works so well together. Everything coordinates. You've also, of course, got the wonderful sunflowers. The sunflowers are so pretty. You've got the ability here to create a gorgeous main focal image, but then you are going to be creating backgrounds. You're creating embellishments. With this one, you're creating so many different looks. I adore this. I didn't see this last night. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty. I adore... Oh, and look at the glitter. Look at the glitter. Into the glitter. That is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Can I show you just one more happy sunflower? Look. Oh, that's your happiest sunflower family. Oh. Now then, how many families? Oh. I know, right? A few of them are like, oh, you've lost your head. No, that's probably not right, actually. Moving on. So, if you want this collection, 413763, that's your item number. Awkward. This is a beautiful collection. You've got a £10 save in there. And, of course, you have got that beautiful embossing folder. That is your bonus. 2 flexi buys of just £24.98. I adore that collection. As usual, Sue's done an incredible job. And the team have done a lovely job of creating beautiful cards. Now, that's your first one. It's almost like having 2 one-day specials, to be fair. That's your first one. Here's the second one. Look at all of these. You've got all those fantastic elements. With this, of course, you have got some embellishments. You've got backgrounds. You've got accents. You've also got that bonus embossing folder. 30 dies in total. I adore that collection. There's so many different ways you're going to use it. Just £36.97. That's your background. And that's 956612. That's your item number. Okay, I'm going to show you some extras that we've got. extras, but oh, need these. This is fabulous. This is the swag. This is such a good set of dies. Again, you've got 2 dies. What I love about Sue's dies, she does a lefty and a righty. That is absolutely vital, because when you're making up backgrounds, when you're doing flourishes, you want the left and the right. Otherwise, it just doesn't flow properly. This flows properly. I love it because you've got those open spaces which you're going to emboss. It's so delicate. You can cut it down, you can overlay it time and time and time again. That's one of those that you'll cut out just extras, because you'll always be going for it. £13.99, brand new, just launched yesterday. 435 066. Now, another absolute beautiful die, but a needy die. A needy die, as in you need it, not that this is a needy die. This is your sycamore branch. Nearly half of the stock has gone here. Again, you've got that left and the right on the little lean there. I adore all the extra little leaves. Aren't they cute? They're so cute, but very, very handy indeed. You can see there using it with the lovely... that, in fact, is the one that our Julia did yesterday with a glitter kissing, isn't it, our Julia? So you've got your lovely glitter kisses on that one. You've also... Sorry, I know I keep giggling, don't I? You've also got that one. Is that one, our Julia? Those backgrounds, they're not pixie powders, are they? Is that oxides? I thought it was really nice and soft. And that's brilliant, because you just create a gorgeous background, then die cut it with the leaves. Oh, I love it. Love that die. OK, and it's only £9.99. Such a bargain. 464 647, that's your item number. We've then got your fantastic... Well, there's loads of different sentiments you can get out of that one, because you're mixing and matching. So... you have got things like amazing. You've got sweet, my friend, you are amazing. Grateful for my friend. I'm thankful for my sweet friend. You are always my friend. See, there's loads of different ways you can do, and loads of different configurations. Now, you've got 11 dies there, and of course you can mix and match it with the whole collection. I love that, because that background looks like it's been stamped. Remember, that's the actual die. Same here. Doesn't that look like it's been stamped with a watercolour? That is phenomenal, absolutely beautiful. And of course, you have got the fantastic sentiments. I do like, I like the different fonts, and the way, with your typography, where you're mixing up the fonts, that looks really, really effective. If you'd like that collection, £15.99. It's been really busy as that. 11 dies there. 145818. And then we've got those stamps. So these are the ones that match the Julia. So if you've got the Julia die, if you've got the Julia die, I need to stop wafting my hands around. Don't I? Just keep taking things out. If you've got the Julia die, you definitely want to be adding these to your collection. So, and they match, of course. You've got the sunflowers, they're going to go with the sunflowers. And then you have got Julia's magnolias. And these are just so delicate, they're elegant, they're good quality. I mean, look at that. The detail in that basket weave around the sunflowers is just so, so pretty. And you've got the beautiful magnolias as well. The good quality stamps, they're already mounted on that cushioning. So again, you're going to get a really nice, clear stamped image. Only £9.99, and that's for both of those beautiful stamps there. That's 430996. That's your item number. Now, the shadow boxes, these are really busy. Such a good idea. I love the quality, because obviously it's giving you the stitch detail on the outside and the inside of those rectangles. I love how easy they are to use, but how really ridiculously effective they look. And I think it's that kind of die you don't know you need until you get it, and then you realise that you really needed it. Do you know what I mean? Now then, 859247, that's your item number, if you'd like to get hold of these. It's a brilliant die set, and you have got loads of little accents in there as well. Now, we've also got for you the stitched square pegboard. Now, nearly half of the stock has gone there. You've got that big square background that is so cool. You've then got your beautiful frames as well. 283130 is your item number. I do apologise for giggling. I just realised, Molly, I thought, Molly's suddenly changed into Katie. Just like that. Boom. You girls are magicians.
You're very observant. I wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't told me.
I just feel like, hey, sorry, Katie. Sorry, everyone watching, you've no idea what I'm talking about, have you? Sorry, Katie. Anyway, let's get back to our Julia.
Right,
Julia.
All I've done is I've stuck this the tree down.
Beautiful.
Put all 3 layers on, so it's nice and thick.
Can I show?
Yeah, and I've also popped the sentiment in the bottom box.
Beautiful. That tree is just stunning.
It is.
It's got such depth and dimension, hasn't it?
It has. So it's worthwhile embossing it to bring out the detail in the leaves, and inking through the dye. I've used vintage photo oxide.
Yeah, because it really makes that embossed detail pop as well.
Yeah. So I've taken 3 of the sizes of the sunflower, and I've just painted them with the straw yellow pixie powder.
Wonderful.
And I'm just going around with a shaping tool to make them into a bit of a cup. I've got some leaves here that I've painted with the pale olive pixie powder. So you can see I've just used the whole stem, and I'm just going to trim off those leaves.
Lovely.
And then I've got some double-sided self-adhesive sheet on 3 of the sizes of the insides of the flowers.
I love the inside of the flowers.
I do. They're just bubbles,
they're
aren't they?
So cool. Yeah.
And this is the dark roast coffee card.
Wonderful.
And
Okay.
These are the medium-sized microbeads. We do 3 different sizes: the really fine ones, the large ones, and these are the medium ones.
Nice one.
These work really well with the.
I love the pot of microbeads. These will last you years. You've got right big pot here.
Yeah.
You have got the microbeads, so you have got that big pot there of the actual microbeads that she's using, our Julia. How rude.
That's all right.
How rude.
I don't mind.
Sorry, Julia.
I don't mind, my love.
Then, look, I'm going to be dead careful. Part of me wants to be really bad.
Take the top off, please.
I've taken the top off.
Leave that top on. That's the Leone proof in that is.
It's never enough. It's not. Look, they dance. Can you see them?
They're wicked.
Look at them go. They look like little insects.
Those are the size of our really, really fine clear ones, but those are your copper ones. So they work really well inside the... you're just a kid, aren't you?
Yeah.
They work really well inside the sunflowers too. So that kit is basically for the insides of your sunflowers.
That kit is just for me to play with. Just be careful with these. Don't get them all over your floor.
Those will also work really well with the leafy, what is it called? Linear leaf background too.
Yeah, I adore these. So if you do want them, $12.99. Obviously, you're getting that, and you're getting the big bottle of your clear micro beads as well. That's 318892. That's your item number if you do want to go for these. Well, our Julia's microing these. Oh yeah, that looks ace. And whenever your background is.
It sees through, because these are clear,
it
sees through.
Yeah.
I would suggest that if you're using the copper ones, that you probably use the cinnamon card to cut it from, just in case there's a gap in your adhesive. But aren't they cool?
Yeah, they're really cool. And honestly, they look even better in real life. They're absolutely scrummy.
So I'm just going to glue these in the centre if you're doing...
I'm going to show the cardstock.
That's the individual sheets down there.
I'm digging it out, babe.
Them, don't you,
I'm digging it out. I'm digging the individual. That's what I'm doing, our Julia, because we've buried them. So you have got the cardstock. Now, this is good stuff. It feels really nice and smooth. Obviously, you've got a good colour palette there. It stamps beautifully. It die cuts beautifully. The whole team use this. Double-sided as well. Has it got a colour core? It's got a colour core as well, hasn't it?
Yes, it's solid core.
It's got your solid core as well. So, of course, when you're die cutting, you're not going to get that white edge that we don't like.
Do you want me to go through the colours?
Yes, please, our Julia.
So, starting on this edge here, we've got this. This is the pale, barley grey.
Yeah.
Then we've got the stone.
Yeah.
Then we've got the forest, and the forest is an exclusive colour to Hochanda.
Oh.
Once that's gone, it's gone.
Right.
Okay. The petrol blue, which is a new colour.
Yeah.
Then we've got the ivory.
Lovely ivory.
We've got the merlot. Years ago we had a burgundy, and they stopped making it. I was really miffed.
Rude.
So this is back now. Then we've got the cinnamon.
Nice.
Then we've got the dark roast coffee. Oh, I nearly said dark forest gatto. I don't know why.
Sorry,
next to you too long. Then we've got the sherbet. Then we've got the periwinkle. And this is the iris and then the amethyst.
I'm so amazed that you could remember that. I'd have gone, well, that's purple, that's blue, that's pink, that's brown. That's your gorgeous colour collection. Now, the beauty of this is, look at this. You are choosing 5 colours, okay? And that means, out of all these colours you get through, and that means you're getting, is it 5 packs of these?
You get 10 of each colour.
Nice.
So 50 sheets.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to get a wad of card for, and it's £26 a sheet, just £12.99. So the choice is yours, and it's good stuff, is this. 411720, that's your item number, if you'd love to go for this. Thank you, oh, lovely Katie. Feels like we're weightlifting there.
Yeah.
OK.
So we're just popping our lovely sunflowers on with the micro beads in.
It gives it such a fabulous texture, doesn't it?
It does, it really does, yeah. And you can move them if they're sticking over the edge and you don't want them over the edge, you can kind of move them about a bit. And all we're going to do is just bung our leaves underneath. And I've also got some hearts, because we've got love blooms here.
Oh,
isn't that sweet?
That's lovely.
That's sweet.
Have they been coloured in, did you say, with the pixies?
This is the pale olive colour.
Beautiful. And that's with the pixies. You can do tons with the pixies. If you haven't played with them already, you need to play with them.
You need them in your life. I think
you do need them in your life.
There's one there that's hiding from me. Yeah, that you can paint with them. You can do loads of backgrounds with them. You can mix them with all sorts of stuff to change colours of them. There are other products on the market that do similar techniques to the pixies, but these have mica powder in them.
So you've got that shimmer.
So you get that shimmer, and also they work on dark card, whereas other products on the market don't have mica and you can't see them on dark card.
Yeah.
So there's our flowers. But we've got these little hearts, and these are from the bushel basket. And because we're in a kind of lovey-dovey mood, we're going to put some little hearts in the tree.
They almost look like little hearty apples.
Yeah, and we'll put just one on next to the actual sentiment, and then we're done.
Do you know, that is a perfect sentiment, because actually one can come right off the little loopy bit as well.
So we put one there then?
Yeah.
Let's do one there, because you said so nicely. If it wants to stay. Let's have a bit more glue on there. It's because it's on the frame. There we go.
That's
there
so
we
nice.
go.
I love that, Julia. How much time have we got?
Not a lot.
About 5, 7 minutes.
Should we do the bushel basket? We'll just make the basket.
Can we just make the basket? Well, you get yourself set up. Sorry, Meg.
Yeah.
Well, let our Julie get set up. Right, OK, I'll be dead quick. I'll show you the bits. So, first of all, where those hearts were. This is where you'll find your hearts. I can go and pinch them and show them you like. So, this is where your hearts are. So, you've got, obviously, all those gorgeous dies. And you have got the fantastic embossing folders as well. That's 956612 3697. You're making a £7 saving there. Now, we've got some of the other goodies. Your one-day special, of course, which is sensational. With your one-day special, you've got all those beautiful dies. Remember, your cascading leaves have sold out independently. You've also got that beautiful bonus embossing folder worth £3.99. Honestly, that is such a gorgeous collection. And you've got your FlexiPay, so you don't have to pay for it all in one shop. Just £24.98, 413763. Let me remind you of those, because our Julie's got all the little bits and bobs cut out now. So you are getting all of these elements. I mean, have a look at that. It is super cool. I tell you what it is. It's really, really cute. It's really cute because you've got all these gorgeous little elements to build up, to play with, to make your own scenes. You'll mix and match them with loads of other dies, loads of stamps, loads of gorgeous cardstock, fabulous techniques. You've got your embossing folder, so you've got texture. But I just think it's one of those sets that you can use for so many different things. This is lovely as well if you're doing cards for chaps as well as the ladies. But it'll be lovely for not just your card making. I mean, the little baskets, when you look at those, there's so many ways you're going to use those. This collection, the whole collection, $36.97, you're saving £7, and you've got that bonus embossing folder, 956612. Right, Miss Julia?
Right, yeah. Let's get ourselves some cushion, because we're going to need some of that as well. Right, so it did take me a while to figure out how to use this, but Sue has got a YouTube what's it called, video.
Excellent.
Of it.
Right, so if you need...
There's two, and if you need to find them, I'll try and share them to the Facebook page.
Right, cool.
To the Hochanda one, so you'll find out.
Super.
So this is the handle, and I've cut this in...
4.5 minutes, Arjulia.
Oh, crikey.
If you need me to do anything, I can.
Can you just glue that on there, my love,
yes,
please?
I
That's
can do
just,
this.
So
cutting it out in that beautiful light grey and then putting the top on it.
That's just so we've got a metal runner. So I've cut this out twice. It might not be the way Sue does it because I haven't watched the video, which is shameful of me
We
to
definitely
say.
won't say that on live telly.
No, we won't say that on live telly. Don't tell her, everybody. So what we're going to do is I've just folded it, and you've got score lines to do these folds. Two folds there and one either side. And we're just going to add one of our... So we can't... If you want to see through your basket, then don't do this bit. But if you don't want to see through your basket, in other words, do less sticking, then do it this way. So we're going to pop one of these in there. So that's on the inside. Have it nice and straight if you can, Julia. There we go. So
No,
that's that one. Then we're going to do another one, and this one needs to come up that way at the back.
Yeah.
So we're going to glue that one on here. I found this is the easiest way. I've done it several ways, and I found this is the easiest way to do it. Is it that way? No, it's that way. Okay. So front on. And at this point, we also add our little handle.
Oh, yeah. Before you glue it together, that makes sense.
Glue it together.
I like this, Dad. This is one you want to play with.
This is to play with one, yes. So we're going to add it either side there. Then we can add a few veggies, and I've got some pumpkins and whatever. How are we doing?
How are we doing? 3 minutes.
3 minutes, right. Let's just add...
I didn't hear you.
Did she say 3 minutes, or did you make that up?
It was just in my head, but I weren't listening. I was listening to you, Julia.
So we've got some tomatoes here. We've all got the stitch detail.
They're so cute.
Let's have a carrot. You know, you can fill it up lots and lots and lots, but we just put a few in.
And obviously with these, you're going to really faff, aren't you? You know, you're going to put your ink in on them. They're going to look so cool out of your different coloured cardstock.
Yeah, that's all I've done is just cut them out of different colour card. Then... Yes. If you grab some... Where did I put that mountain cushion? I just cut some.
You did. I saw you. There's a tiny bit there.
No, I want a whole bit. Here it is.
Right.
Right. So then, if you take your mountain cushion and stick it over the front here, and this is where you can do another layer if you want to. Put another bit there.
2 minutes.
And because Sue likes it nice and deep, we need 2 layers. And put that one on there. Determined to do this because I put all these veggies out.
You're doing good.
Okay.
You're doing good.
And then, if you just take your fingers and give it a little bit of a bend.
Excellent.
We can put glue on here and on here.
What?
And then wrap it round and grab it at the sides.
Amazing. I really like that.
Like that.
I'm dying to see if I can do a 3D one.
There we go.
Yeah, I like that.
You take your time a bit and perhaps don't put your mountain cushion quite to the edge, but there we go.
Oh,
there's your little
so
basket.
cute. And then you can put extra. I mean, you can
put
really
extra in. You've got a little bit of foam tape in there. You can kind of put some extra, so you've got layers of them.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. Let me show you finished results.
That's how it should be.
This is what it's going to look like when it's all glued up and made into a card. That is so elegant and pretty and cool. Obviously, there's so many ways you can use it. Make sure if you're checking your baskets out, you've got your cardstock, of course, that our Julia's been using. But do remember that brilliant frame because you're seeing that there and the shadow box. And then in that background, can you see?
That's the peg.
That's the pegboard.
It works really well as the background.
Yeah, it looks so cool. They're all available on the website. What time are you back up at, Julia?
5 o'clock.
Of course, a final call. Do check your baskets out. Remember, you've got all the individuals and all them fabulous accents. Thank you ever so much, Julia. I love that.
See you soon.
Stay tuned, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Coming up next, we're sewing with the Makery knickers. We've then got Be Crafty with our Sam. She's in the building. Oh, they're cute, Sam. And then Crafts too with our John Lockwood over on Crafting Market. We're metal embossing.
Hi, I'm Leslie from Chocolate Baroque, and we design and manufacture our own rubber stamps right here in the northeast of England. We have a wonderful in-house designer called Sue, who hand draws all the images, which we then transfer into rubber stamps. We have very, very elaborate designs. We have everything from steampunk right through to beautiful florals, and then we have scenic and we have words. Our stamps are beautifully elaborate, very, very detailed, exquisitely etched, and the quality is next to none. So good that if you look after your stamps, we guarantee them for a lifetime. Whether it's stamping, mixed media, or art journaling, join us at Hochanda for our journey into everything creative and messy, and see what you can create with our stamps.
Hi, my name's Leona. I've been into crafting for many years now. As a little girl I'd craft with mum and dad, but then obviously it stuck with me that much that it became my career. I think for me crafting's so fun because there's always something new to learn, there's always something new to play with, and it's such a rewarding hobby as well. That's why I absolutely love it and recommend it to so many people. I'm really thrilled to be part of the Hochanda family. Really excited about seeing how it's grown, seeing how it's developed so far, and all the brand new things that I know we've got coming up. I'm really passionate about getting back into demonstrating on TV as well, and actually sharing techniques with you, products with you that I personally love. I hope you can tune into my shows here live at Hochanda.
Hello, live on a show I've been so excited about. I'm so sorry to be so selfish like that and think, oh, I'm really looking forward to this one. But I've been really looking forward to this. You know how much you love crafting and you adore it and it gives you so much pleasure. You make something, the process of making something, the end product of, I made that. Well, how about sharing that with a friend? Can you think of somebody now, at least somebody, one person, if not more people, that you would love to give that gift to, and then to be able to talk about it to them? Share it with them and share that excitement. That's what this show is all about.
Definitely.
Accessible crafting, isn't it, Lizzie?
Yes, it is. It's kind of, I've got it, let's pass it on. Yeah. And these are the most perfect gifts. You know, if you're a grandma like me, sitting at home thinking, what on earth am I going to get that, I don't know, 15-year-old granddaughter who's got absolutely every gadget known to man, every gizmo, every electronic device, and you think you don't want them to be disappointed Christmas morning. Do you know what? This is the gift they're going to go to Christmas afternoon. That's the one they're going to go back to reopen up and think, actually, I really want to sit and do this. You know, because there's lots of things to make and do here, and the presentation is phenomenal.
The presentation's lovely. I mean, we're already so busy, so congratulations on your purchase already. That must be if you saw Leonie this morning with Lizzie.
We were super busy.
Because we haven't even told you what you're getting yet, but there's already people buying these. So, they're lovely. I mean, I love the fact that this is the Makery, so a brand new brand to us here at Hochanda, the Makery, and it stands for, I guess, we've already said it's about sharing that craft with loved ones, but it's the branding and the look of it and the feel. It's so modern.
It's the whole feeling of the company. And when Crafters Companion stroke threaders went to see the ladies that run the makery, it was all about how is it going to fit in with us. Well, first of all, it's the quality. The quality is absolutely second to none, which is the Threaders brand. We encompass all of that. Then the affordability, which was absolutely, I was jaw-dropped when I saw the prices of because you're getting the quality. And then it's the doability.
Yes,
that's such a word. Because all of these things, craftability, that's the one I was looking for. Because every single thing here can be achieved. Look, everything is aged 6+, 8+, 14+. Simple as that, which means that you can do it. I would want to do it. My 10-year-old granddaughter is going to do it because Abigail has already ordered everything on the bench here. She just told me just before we came to air. And it's really one of those things that you're going to get your teeth into and enjoy. Everything is so beautifully packaged and beautifully presented. The quality is phenomenal and they're easy to create.
I love the fact this is a make-away box as well. So it's the purse kit in your make-away box.
Yes, which is great, isn't it? Because it looks like a noodle box and everything opens just like a noodle box would do. And I will do a bit of a reveal a little bit later. But they've called it a make-away box, which I think is just a lovely play on words.
Look at this on the inside of the flap. Oh, how exciting! Let's tuck in.
Yes, let's tuck in.
Smiling, and all the ingredients are in here to make this beautiful clasp purse as well with that smocking detail on it.
Now, the smocking. I'm going to go through that smocking detail again in the first demonstration, just so you get it, see how easy it is. But actually, you can leave the smocking out if you want to, and just make it a plain purse. The choice is yours. But the great thing is that the instructions are exactly the same as the actual fabric. So what they show you...
everything matches.
Do you know what I mean? It's so super easy and so friendly, that's the thing. The instructions and the pictures are phenomenal. You can absolutely follow this step by step, no problems at all.
I mean, now, I just want to unfold the instructions so that you can see. I mean, even the ink, the colour of the ink is stylish and pretty and
font
easy
is
to
lovely.
read.
It's very young feeling as well, very what's the quirky and trendy, but actually also very doable.
Yeah, crafting has, we're so pleased to say, it's come back in and grown and grown and grown over the last sort of 10, 20 years, but even more so in the last couple of years in terms of that make, do, amend. Let's make it ourselves. Let's not just import a massive container ship worth of things. Let's make something from scratch, and that's what this is all about, the makery, and it just encapsulates that. So this is the purse kit, which is £12.95 plus delivery. Great price on the introductory offer with £2 off. 885-539. Think who'd love that. I love making it and love using it as well at the end for makeup and cosmetics and things like that.
Yes, all sorts of things. You could put a chain on it as well, make it into a little bag. Maybe you're going to the races, you just need something to put your lipstick and your phone in, and there you are, it's all good to go.
Definitely, that's a summer daytime bag at any time. So yeah, 885-539. Now, I never thought I'd be saying this on Hochanda, but it's over to the knickers next. So, here we are.
Oh, well, of course, you see, when I realised I was working with Leonie this morning, that was just the epitome of delight for me, because I knew she would absolutely adore these. And when I saw your name down a second, I thought I couldn't have been a better choice of people to demonstrate and to show and present, rather, the actual knickers. Now, these are totally and utterly adorable. Again, super easy to make, and you don't even have to learn how to crochet, because that's all done for you.
Lovely.
You've got everything you need. You've got fabric, needles, cotton elastic and ribbon. So, and of course the decoration, and everything is there for you to start creating something beautiful. Now, can I just say, Matt?
Yeah, go on.
This is the sort of gift that you give to your daughter, your granddaughter, your cousin and friends, young people, I'm thinking, but actually anybody is capable of making these, because they are very easy. I think that box, whether you make it or not, is going to sit on your bookshelf for some considerable time, because it's the packaging that absolutely you want it. You want it because it looks amazing. You know inside it's going to be amazing. It does not disappoint. And I know that that is going to be out. Even if you make them up, and you've then got the box. No way is that box going to be thrown away. You're going to be putting all your other bits and pieces in there, and you're going to have it on display. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, I think they're fantastic.
They are
so different.
Fabulous.
Yeah, we love them to bits, and so do you. Yeah, we're already busy on these as well for the knickers kit. It's again, it's another £2 off, making them £12.95 plus delivery. 511008 to order. You've got your pattern there for various different sizes. I think it was 8 to 18. I think
yes,
before the show I looked.
Yes, I haven't double checked, but I'm pretty sure it was 8 to 18.
I did double check before the show, and then my short-term memory started. I think it was 8 to 18. That's what I remember.
Goes in there, out that side.
I remember reading it, and then my producer Emily told me, so I've had it verbally and written down. But we think it's 8 to 18 on those.
Oh, so. I've read it. I know it, but it still goes in there, out there.
So 511008 to order now on the knickers. They're brilliantly
beautiful.
Yeah, love them.
They're really lovely, and the quality of the fabric is phenomenal. And the stitching is just a zigzag. So when you look up real close, if I just pull that out, the stitching is just a zigzag. I mean, couldn't get any easier, Matt. Just fold over, pop your elastic down and stitch, and you're done.
Brilliant. We're loving them already. So congratulations on your purchase there. Now, both of these kits are available singly, but you make a saving when you get them as a double today. So if you are looking to gift buy and you've got a couple of people in mind, perfect, because you get a saving of £4 when you get both kits together here.
That's a phenomenal price, can I just say that? That is so affordable for what you're getting, because everything is in the box bar a couple of things, and it's usual things like maybe you want a pair of scissors. This morning I said there was a battery. There isn't a battery. That's the thing that you need to buy.
Yeah, the one
thing. So really a pair of scissors and you're away, because everything else is in there. Now I also want to say, I know a lot of ladies have admired my button necklace. I get so many comments about it. Look, ladies, you've got enough buttons there to make a necklace, or at least start one, if should you wish. So you don't have to use those on your embroidery. I really would be tempted to make a necklace out of those. And I think you've seen mine often enough to know how that looks. You're also getting all the embroidery thread, which is on little tiny baby pegs.
Yeah, I love that. Again, that's such a sweet little touch.
They could have done cardboard, but they did pegs, which means you could probably use them in your paper crafting afterwards.
You use them afterwards. Keep hold of them.
Yeah, you're getting the calico, the hoop, the needles, the pink ribbon, the silver ribbon, everything that you need, and the templates as well to do any letter of the alphabet. Or you could do a monogram. You could do 2 letters if you. I think you'd get 3 on there. Actually.
And we were chatting before the show, talking about doing a few curved round, maybe a short name.
Definitely, definitely. And then, of course, you have got more thread that you can use to decorate if you want more. Get carried away with your French knots. This reminds me of like candy, like hundreds and thousands on a cake. So you could put more buttons around here if you want to. You can make a feature of it. But I think I could get Lily in there somehow. You could get 3 names for sure in there. You know, sorry,
3 letters.
3 letters in there as a name.
Yeah, Lily, Isla, or Home or Love or something.
Oh, that would be gorgeous. I love that idea. So there's a lot of potential, and you've got a lot of thread, lots of buttons to be able to create it.
I think start off simple, and then you'll go back. This is something you might go back to in another month or 2 or a year or 2, and then start to add flowers and embellishments to it.
But you're getting all the templates. You're not even, it's not like it's a one-trick pony, because you've got all of those for the rest of your creativity to go back to time and time again. Just cut out the ones you want and pop the rest back into the box. And of course, the box is a pizza box, isn't it?
The pizza box is brilliant. yeah. And then I won't open it up now because I don't want to take up your time. But just to open up the lid of the pizza box, you'll see inside the packaging and the presentation. I mean, Lizzie, these are lovely. I'm so proud to be able to represent them with you today.
Me too. Exactly that. You've got the right words there, because I'm super proud as well to do this. But can you imagine how much, first of all, how much this has cost you? It's very affordable. And it's only 1/2 of what you're buying, unless you get it separately. But also, just imagine the person opening this Christmas morning or birthday. Might be a birthday next year.
Yeah, sure. Late in the year or early.
Looks really stylish and expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I mean, very, very good value on it. You're getting
points.
both of the brownie points for you. $15.90 for both kits. That's the lovely letter embroidery hoop, but also the cuckoo clock. Actually, a clock. clock. You get a AA battery, supply your own in there to make sure it's working, of course, but you've got all the fixings and fixtures to make the clock. You can get them individually if you want. Look at this.
It's beautiful. And everything is pre-cut, everything, and it's really thick felt. It's not our sort of regular acrylic. This is deeper.
It's a heavyweight, isn't it? Yeah.
And so it's quite a substantial thing when you put it all together. There's a cardboard white template that goes on the back. Don't throw that away because that goes on the back of your workings. And like I say, everything is pre-cut and everything is pre-holed. But we'll go through that later so you can see.
It looks gorgeous. You get both kits £4 off when you buy them as a double pack today. And your item number is 244100. If you are going for them individually still, you can do that too. Bottom of the screen for you on that, 245373. Yeah, loads more to look at on the website, as well as this sewing kit as well.
Oh, this is fantastic.
The quality's very high here.
Again, can I please just show the box? Because it doesn't do it justice sitting where it is as it is.
No.
So that is the box itself, and it's just adorable again. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That's citrusy lime green. Again, it's got the gold foiling on there. It looks really expensive. It's got the diagonal stripes, which follows through on all of the designs from the Makery. And again, it tells you everything that's actually in the box, bar the Jammy Dodger. I was a bit disappointed that I didn't get a Jammy Dodger.
There it is.
I was looking for it, Matt.
Oh, no. I'll have to get you one.
Are they putting it in the box just for me? No. Failed.
They should do.
On the Jammy Dodger. But seriously, you're getting everything, and that's how it looks.
It's a great way.
With the twine.
Who do you know that would absolutely love to get back into the sewing or start from scratch, maybe? You do, of course, get the twine, which is in the foreground. 90 metres, I think that was the original.
It's 120 metres.
120.
Yes.
So there's 40 metres on each. OK.
Amazing. So you've got the colours, which again match the entire range, and you get got a gold fleck in there. So that's for wrapping your parcels, for doing your bunting, to add to bows on your card crafting. It's whenever you need a little bit of twinkle in your life, Matt.
Yeah, the gold fleck is amazing.
Isn't it beautiful?
On that. Look at it go. It's like a starry night. Twinkly twine from the Makery. 40 metres on each. That means 120 metres in total. 469,825 to order the sewing kit right now, and you get the baker's twine with it as well. You'll be using your fabric scissors too, won't you, Lindsay?
For sure.
So the big, chunky, sheer-like fabric scissors, these are the ones you want, aren't they, when you cut your fabric?
Incredibly powerful. You can hear it when you go through the fabric. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Be the best thing.
Seeing them in action is the best job. But to get them now, 912074 to order them now. They're £12.95 plus delivery. Remember, if you are with Hochanda Freedom, of course, you will not be paying delivery. They're a nice heavyweight. They're very, very snug in the hands. And they work beautifully. £11.01, including your postage, so that's delivered to you. £11.01, 912074. Have a look at the website. It's hochanda.com. You've got everything on there that we've just looked at, plus more as well. You've got the lovely buttons with the measuring tape, which you really... Oh, that's a lovely gift to give to somebody. Yeah, everything else with Freedom Prices has a blue banner on it. You've got the thimbles, pins and tailor's chalk, as well as the tape measure in a kit with the Freedom Price, and then the tape measure on its own if you want. Wait until you see that in real life in the studio. It's a really cool measuring tape. But everything on there, hochanda.com. You can order on there and watch us live on there too. It's all about that feeling when you receive this, or when you give this as a gift, and when the person that you're giving it to is receiving it and opening it up. It's going to be such a lovely feeling. It's not one of those, I know they're going to look disappointed as soon as they open it, but this is the best I could do with the amount of pennies I had for you. They're going to open it up and think, wow, what have I got here? This looks amazing, because of the quality of the packaging. I know I keep harping on about it, but you know, sometimes we need that. First bite is with the eye. Yes, and it is. It gives you an impression of the quality of what's inside. Yes, it is. And again, this is the gorgeous noodle box, the Makeaway box from the Makery. And so when we open it up, it looks exactly as you'd expect it to, because this is what they look like, don't they? With the takeaway boxes. All of that. So everything is actually packaged up in tissue inside. So all you need to do, all that person needs to do, is take it out and then they unwrap. It's almost like having another present inside, isn't it? And everything is in there that they need.
there's instructions, there's fabric, there's like a stabiliser, there's lining, needles, a nice sticker so you can stick that somewhere. Yeah. Maybe on the box when you're finished, or on the envelope of the card that goes with it.
A proud moment, isn't it?
Yeah. Then you've got the gorgeous clasp which matches the tissue paper. I mean, for goodness sake, how fantastic is that?
Love just the fixing on here. Yeah. No corners have been cut at all.
Really been thought about.
A kiss clasp like that with regular little bubbles at the top, but smaller metal ones, would have been absolutely fine.
Yes.
But, you know.
No, they've really gone to the next step, haven't they? And also you've got a hollow tubing for the fabric to go through once you've made it. And also you get the string. Now, with the string, what you do is you pop your glue in, pop your string in next, soak it, pop your fabric in, and it really sticks like a treat inside that clasp. So very, very easy to do. So that's everything. I'm going to show you a little bit of how to do the smocking.
Okay,
so
because you don't have to do the smocking if you don't want to. It still looks fab, but it does look super cool with the smocking. And also, it's been one of the big things of this year and late last year, actually. Smocking, it's got huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's such a nice thing to do. And again, it's just... Listen, if you can do a running stitch, you can do smocking, because that's basically all it is. So, I've only got some of the parts in here. I've got to make sure I've got the ones that count. And the other thing is, in the instructions, it says, take your tailor's chalk.
Right.
Now, if you haven't got any, actually, this is really quite useful. I'm going to show you why. So, I've done one end already, so I had such a lovely time. I sat in the green room doing a bit of hand stitching. So one end of the fabric I've actually smocked, so that's all been done. Now the great thing is, on the actual instructions, it shows you this fabric, so you know exactly what you're doing. So if I come up the other end, now you need to measure this properly. You've got your pattern, and it tells you about centralising, so you do your cross like that, making sure you get this right in the centre. But all I'm going to do is pop that on, then I'm going to work, because once you've smocked it, or not smocked it, it's entirely up to you, there's your pattern piece to cut around, and then to stick or pin down and cut around that as well. So that's where we would go with that. However, let me just get to the main part, which is the smock. I'll just do a couple of it so you can see. Let's get the instructions. So, in the instructions, it says, this is your fabric, which matches the fabric we've got in the set, and it asks you to centre. So it centres, if you can see, this is the short end here. So it asks you to centre that one, and then it asks you to centre the actual bag itself. All it means is you're folding it into four and giving it a little crease with your iron, basically. And then you start, do you see where these little crosses are?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where you need your tailor's chalk. Okay, so I'm going to open up my gorgeous box. I love these.
It's all about the feel. You know, when you're buying these as a gift for somebody, they're going to love opening them up and experiencing them.
Yeah. So, again, can you see we've got the I know this is all little, I don't know, for me, I love it because this matches everything else. So we've got the diagonal stripe.
There's the whole theme running through with the packages.
It just all works. So there we are. So you open it up and you look inside, and what you've got is the tape measure here, and then you've got one piece of tailor's chalk wrapped up in tissue, and the second piece of tailor's chalk wrapped up in tissue as well. So you've got a dark blue one here and a white here. Well, I'll put the blue one back. I'll pop the tape measure back. I just want the white one because we've got navy blue fabric. So again, you could wrap this back up and put it back in the box. I think you're going to keep the boxes and stack them up because they're so beautiful. And tailor's chalk is a very traditional way of transferring a pattern or making markings. So it's a great thing to do. So I'm going to come up to the top of my fabric. And in our instructions, I'll make sure I do this right. Let's have a look. I need this one here. So it says you need to put a cross in between 4 diagonal squares. So if I was going to try and line this up, and you know what? I'm going to try my best. But anyway, that is your diagonal square. So you're going to put a cross there, and that's where they actually. Once you've done your stitching, that's where they kiss together.
Okay.
So all of these 4 dots come together, so you end up looking. So you've got this little design here.
So as they're pulled in, the spots then join in to make that lovely four-leaf clover.
But it's handy because once you start stitching, your fabric gets crumpled up. So you would have difficulty, I think, finding the squares unless you put your cross in there.
Right, so tailor's chalk coming in very, very handy.
Very handy. The other thing you can do is use a heat erasable pen, and I'll see if I've got one handy. I did have one earlier.
You better have, because I don't think we've got any. Double check on the website, but they're not usually the sort of thing that stays in stock very
They're coming back soon.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
13th of December.
Okay, good word to the wise there.
Off the top of my head.
All right.
So what you could do is, I don't know if we'll be able to see this, but I've got the cross in the middle, which is what they suggest you do. Let me just lift that up. Okay, so there's your cross. Okay, but what you're doing is you're picking up, or you're doing like a running stitch. Let me try and hold. I tell you what, I'm going to draw it and then tell you. So you do a running stitch on those points there. Do you see those points I've made?
Yes, and you're going to pull them into the cross, aren't
Correct.
you?
So if you decide not to get the tailor's chalk this time, you could use your heat erasable pen and do that. And what I suggest you do is to do that following the pattern, all of them, on that piece of fabric before you start.
Okay, so continue what you've started down here and don't do it. Okay.
Exactly. So then I just do the next one, so we've got some idea where we're going. So you actually then miss a diamond, if you like, miss the square, and then you put your cross in the next one, like that. And then if I come to this side, so I'm missing a diamond, if you like, and then I'm going into that one. Okay? And that is our first row.
Okay.
Okay, so then all you've got to do is get a piece of thread, you've got a whole reel of it, and put a knot. And I actually, on this occasion, I would do a knot.
Just looking at the instructions, would your next one be there?
Let's have a look. So
Just
we're
to
going
make
to miss
sure.
the yes.
Okay,
there.
that's good. So these are so easy to then follow these instructions.
Once you've got it, do you know what I mean? You just have a look, keep following the pattern. So then you're missing a square into the next one.
Okay, I just wanted to test myself out there, Lizzie. So I wanted to be able to say with truth.
Yes.
When we're speaking at home, you know, you can do this. You can follow the instructions.
Yes.
The friend you're thinking about now, they will be able to follow this.
Yes, for sure. And you know what? I know my Lily would be able to. Really, she will. So I'm going to hold that up so you can see my little crosses. Oops. There we go. Let me hold it up properly.
All the way across.
There we go. So now you can see my little crosses. So there isn't where you stitch. You see my little blue marks that I did? That's where you stitch. So if I do the first one, so a nice knot on the back, and I'm going in from the back into the first circle, and then I'm zipping across to the next circle, and this is just a running stitch, isn't it? Then I'm going on that circle there, and back in next to the one I started. So that's what I've created. Can you see? I like a little diamond. So when I bring that thread through,
hopefully it should pull them
that's
all in.
how it looks. Yep. And then when I pull it up tight, it does my little, it's almost like a little four-leaf clover, isn't it, in the middle? Yeah. So I'm just going to do a quick back stitch. So I just pull it tight, hold it with my fingers, and your knot is there. You kind of come back to your knot. So all you're doing is a couple of over and over stitches just to secure that. And really that's all you need. Little snip. And you created your first little flower. Because that's what you've done. And once you've done them all, if I can hold that straight. Look. So all you're doing, you're going to the next square and you're doing the next one. So that's the one I'll do next. And then along, and then I'll do that one there. And then I'll go on to the second row. Now, that probably took me 15 minutes, maybe, to do all of the top of that.
Okay.
And once that's done, that's when you lay your template down, cut round, cut your stabiliser, cut your lining, stitch them together, pop them in the handles. It's super. It takes you maybe an hour and a half.
Amazing. And then to think at the end you've got the satisfaction of having made with your daughter, your granddaughter,
and it's
son,
a nice
grandson,
size.
whoever it might be that you're making this with, a niece or anybody in the family, or a best friend that you know would really, and it is a very useful size for you, so Lizzie, but somebody in the family or your friendship group that you know would appreciate your craft. You know, somebody that's... All you need to do is look for the signs. They've asked you a couple of questions. You know, a friend like that has said, "Oh, so what's that? How have you done that then?" Or, "Oh, that's a lovely top." They've made a comment on a scarf that you've made or something where you think that they'd really appreciate getting in there and enjoying these as well.
And it's oftentimes people that have stitched in their childhood, but they've never revisited it for whatever reason, and she'd really like to know how to do it.
Yeah.
So although we're saying 14 plus, actually, I would like to sit, I know, because I've done it,
Yeah.
I would like to sit and make them. I know my sister would, I know my 10-year-old granddaughter would, I know that Abigail would.
Yeah.
So they kind of go across the generations, and I just think they're just an absolutely superb gift for Christmas.
There's got to be a project here that's caught your eye. Sorry, Lizzie, your birthdays as well.
Yes.
Have a look at the extra little bits and bobs that we've been loving using today, and then we can recap and show you all the different kits that we've got for you today, because there's bound to be one that appeals to you on behalf of a friend. First of all, you've got the tape measure, the teller's chalk, the pins and the thimbles here. The tape measure is actually in here with your tailor's chalk. We just opened up ours and showed you. And then you've got the pins and the thimbles there as well. So you've got 200 glass-headed pins and then a beautiful thimble. I will just pop that open because we've opened the other one with the chalk and the measuring tape.
Yes.
But we didn't look inside here, so you'll see your thimble there with your glass-headed pins as well.
And I think you could put a little pad of fabric in there and actually make a pin cushion inside that box. And then you can close it all up, because if the pins push down far enough, they will close up.
Oh, that's a lovely idea.
So you could actually use that forever, because the quality of the card, it's amazing.
Yes, it's heavyweight,
it's
isn't
really
it?
good quality, and it's all recycled as well. They've got a really good eco-ethos.
Well, both of these little pots here with all of the goodies inside them, they're £10.97, including postage on Freedom. Very, very good day to get them. £4.97, £7.48, and you do get both of them in there. Above that, just here, we've got the buttons, which is a wonderful pick and mix. It's a random lucky dip of buttons and shapes and sizes and colours. And then you also get the wonderful measuring tape next to it. A fabric, I love this.
It's almost like our faux leather that we have. It's so super soft. And there's other colours as well. So if I bring in the other two colours, you've got the gorgeous lime green and the gorgeous aqua.
Because again, it's a lucky dip, isn't it, on the colours?
And to be perfectly honest, whichever one you got's going to go with whichever, whichever... no, you're only going to get it with that, but it is available singularly, isn't it?
Yes, it is,
But whichever way, it's all going to work.
Yeah.
Because if I bring in the sewing box, so for instance, if you decide to bring that in as an extra gift, if you got the green tape measure, that would be amazing. However, if you got the apricot colour, the peachy colour, that would work as well.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter. But they're great quality.
They're different colours, but they're the same colour vibe. You know, you love all of them. We love all of the colours. They're a very modern colour palette as well.
Yeah.
Very, very with it. That peach, the turquoise blue, and that wonderful, wonderful light
It just goes with absolutely everything in the entire range that we've got here today. You know, the buttons are all amazing because they've got the flowery ones. They've got there's pink in there, there's white in there, there's hearts, there's flowers, there's the big buttons, there's the see-through ones as well. It's a concophony of 50 assorted buttons in there.
Got the flowers, the shapes, the beautiful stars, the hearts in there, the different colours.
Sort of a bone sort of one as well with the browns. So you're getting a real good assortment of different buttons. And 50, so even if you just use one on a project, I mean, I was thinking maybe you'd get the flower one, and if you popped it on the front of your purse, you could have it as part of the design on your purse as well. It could just sit there nicely, one either side maybe, and then maybe what you'd want to do is use the twine to actually feed through and actually make a little bow with the twine.
Yeah.
So do you see how the whole range just comes together beautifully?
Yeah. Everything works. You could mix and match with any of the items on the bench today and just enjoy yourself and have a good time. You've got the 50 buttons in there, plus the measuring tape as well. The measuring tape is this lovely finished, stitched finish on the faux leather. Love that. But then
it's
also,
soft, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just soft and squidgy and lovely, beautifully made. It's $11.90 plus delivery to order with £2 off. So you get a lucky dip on the measuring tape and the buttons as well. A lucky dip on that. A gorgeous gift it is, Lizzie. Well said on that. But yeah, your item number there to order is 040452 to go for them now. Yeah, it's lovely stuff. So what about our next demonstration?
So,
what do you want to show us?
Oh, I knew I was going to do that.
That's right.
So, the cuckoo clock. So I started some of this morning, and again, it comes beautifully packaged, not like this, thrown in because I was sitting and doing some in the green room. And again, you're getting the gorgeous pizza box. So again, it's just a really strong, sturdy box that's going to be just enjoyable to open up and have a look at. And on the back of here, you can see what's included in the kit. So everything is there for you straight away. You know what else you need to include if you're giving that to somebody. What they're suggesting is 8+ as well, but actually I think 8 to 88+. No problem at all. I think we'd all love to have a little play with this. Lovely bits of hand stitching on here as well. Everything is cut already. You've got double-sided red liner tape to put it all together with. You've got all your embroidery threads on little pegs again. I just love the pegs.
These extra little touches, the fact that they're not wound around. I mean, it'd be brilliant if they were wound around a piece of cardboard or something. That'd be brilliant.
It's acceptable, isn't it? We would accept that.
Yeah, but just mini pegs.
The needle, which I've got in here somewhere. You've got the actual gorgeous ribbon that goes down for the hangers as well.
Yes. I'll go and get the finished example actually so that we can hang those up.
Oh, dear me.
There we are.
I think I've got one missing in there. I think I've left one behind. But anyway.
The pendulums or pendula.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, they're lovely. And we've got pine cones on the bottom here with the little hearts on. And all of these shapes have been cut out already. So you don't you don't even have templates to cut around. Everything is already pre-cut and pre-holed as well. So all you've got is a bit of stitching to do to bring everything together. So it's just a joy. And like I say, everything is included. The mechanism is included. That's all there if you need to actually make it into a proper clock if you want to. It's there, you might as well. But it's really gorgeous. The colours are superb, aren't they?
Yes,
and again, really easy.
Very, very thick, chunky felt that's been used here. It's not flimsy, it's not floppy, but it's coming together beautifully. You can see the thickness there on these.
It's not your regular felt, is it? It's very substantial. You know, if I was to hold up the roof.
It's good stiffness to it. It's there. It's really, really well
it's fantastic. It really is.
Quality. You want to know that if you're buying these for your best friend, you want to know that you are buying them quality. So
definitely.
It's relieving to know that.
So, here we go. So, you've got all the instructions again. Let me just hold this so you can see. So, it's really, really clear instructions. I just love it.
Love the visual pictures, the diagrams.
I love the colours on there as well. It makes it a pleasure to read. It makes it feel that it's going to be exciting to create.
All the time spent on putting these together for $15.90, and that's for both kits as well.
Yes.
I can't get over the value here. Not surprisingly, we're approaching 60% of the stock gone on the double kit, where we've got the embroidery hoop craft kit as well. This is just one of the kits that you're getting for $15.90 plus delivery. It's brilliant.
I think this is something that I'd like to put together for me, and maybe it would go into the downstairs bathroom or somewhere a little bit sort of quirky. So this morning we did the little running stitch around the outside of the clock, and we put the numerics in, if you like, with a little cross stitch. And if you can see all these holes? That's where you stitch, Matt.
Yeah, so we're not having to hold it. It's there for us. Yeah.
Or transfer markings, or get your heat erasable pen out and draw something. It's all been done for you, so that makes it super easy. Actually, it's the sort of thing you could take away with you and work perhaps on the train or something like that, as we do. So in the instructions, I need to figure out what I'm doing next. Oh yes,
where did you get to?
So I've done that, and I've done the cross stitch. So now we're on to creating the window for the cuckoo clock.
Otherwise, the cuckoo's got nowhere to sort of sit and cuckoo. Yeah.
Exactly. So, what colour does it show us on the packaging? Can we see?
It's grey on the 60 centimetres grey thread. Is that what you're asking?
I think I'm going to use the blue because the grey won't show.
Oh, nice.
I'm just making it up. You can do that. That's fine. There's no rule. And of course I'll be using my brand new scissors.
They are on a good offer today. They are well worth adding onto your order. They're on a freedom price. You won't pay delivery cost for them. They're beautiful size. Yes, please. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Now, what can I cut through here? Just try a little snip.
Yeah, I got a piece especially for you.
Ready. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you. Let's go for it. Ready, steady. Oh, that's good. That's smooth.
That's nice, isn't it?
That is a good snip. They're quality.
They are quality. Well, they're stainless steel blades, so they're not sort of play scissors. They're not children's scissors. These are serious, going to cut your fabric scissors, really. And they're a nice size. They're not overly big.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes we'll have really big dressmaking scissors to use, and sometimes they're a little bit clumsy.
There's a great weight to them as well. A beautiful gold finish on the colour on the actual handles
but
for
not just
them.
the
Stainless
packaging,
steel.
Matt.
Yeah.
Just everything, like I say, if you've got these on your shelf with all the boxes...
Yeah, with your tape measure and the tailor's chalk.
Yes, everything matches beautifully.
Lovely.
That's what I love about it.
That's such a good price, £12.95 plus delivery, or £11.01, including delivery. To get a proper pair of fabric scissors, proper sheer style, that's a very, very, very good offer indeed if you know your stuff. 912074 to order today.
Right, so all I'm doing here, again, is a running stitch, so everything is super easy. I say, I know that my Abigail has bought my granddaughter Lily at this particular set. Well, I know she's bought everything. So.
Really? You said that, didn't you? The whole table, everything, all the way down.
Yeah, she has. And it's just lovely, isn't it? Because I know Lily's going to be... Because her birthday is just after Christmas.
Oh, so good coverage, because sometimes you can get forgotten, can't you? If you've got a birthday on Christmas Day.
Yeah, but she has a party in the summer.
Oh, that's nice.
She is a bit like royalty.
Okay, so like 2 birthdays,
yeah. Of course. Well, it works out better, doesn't it, if you go to a party in the summer.
I love this, though. Just to reiterate, you've got the holes already there.
Yes, I've done.
So not only have you not got to make the holes or poke through there, because it's very thick, stiff felt that we're working with.
It is.
But as a guide, as a template, you've done nothing.
Nothing.
None of the stress,
I've
all
just
of
had
the
the
fun.
pleasure of actually just sitting and doing a bit of stitching. And sometimes that's all we want to do. We don't want to overthink it. We don't want anything to be complicated and mind-blowing, so it takes us a long time to figure out what we're doing. Everything is there for us and to make it super, super easy. And it's just an absolute joy, it really is. Yeah. And the thing is, you're doing something really creative, and I could sit and do this with Lily, which she'd probably show me, to be perfectly honest. And then to finish it off, because all this is going to be hidden, I just weave my thread back into the back of the stitches, and that's neatened off and done.
Lovely work.
So the next thing is, if we look at this, I think we have
so
to do
we're creating a window, using the back stitch with the needle, fill the holes around and create the window using the back stitch. There are 3 extra holes here that we're leaving for now because they're for our bird, I believe. Yep. I think we might be ready to...
Time to add the birdie.
Time to add the birdie. You can see it for yourself as well here. Time to add the birdie, literally. Right, so we made our window. It's so much fun.
It is, it's lovely.
Following the steps. First of all, let's begin. You've got the clock there. Sorry, I'll just follow with you. Let's begin, and you've got sew the clock circle. Then you've got adding the numbers. We've just created the window for the cuckoo, and now... time to add the birdie.
Yeah, I love it. It just appeals to me. Right, so all you've got to do is make sure you get the holes lined up. So let's just hold it. You hold that, please, Matt. So the little holes go in a kind of a semicircle here.
We see, 1, 2, 3 there are.
And so does the holes on the birdie. I don't know if we'll be able to see any of this, but there's a little semicircle, and the same with the wing as well. So it all matches. Okay. So all we've got to do is put a knot in our thread, bring it up through the first hole, like that, and then we go into the birdie. He doesn't get hurt by doing this.
No, not at all.
I don't want you to get upset. Through the wing as well, and that all attaches together.
So far, so simple.
Yeah. Then through again, and just lift up your layers as you go along.
So back down the middle hole there for the 3.
Yeah, and then. So just to look where we're going, back up through the last hole, and again the last hole. Let me get my needle in there, like that.
So any worries about it being fiddly or anything,
Not at
you
all.
can banish those thoughts straight away.
Absolutely.
It's so easy.
And then just go through the whole lot. There we go. And then just fasten off again.
How quick was that? So when we said time to add the birdie, did you guess that in a minute...
Less than that,
we'd have our 30 seconds.
Yeah. So now, and of course, you see, it's like any project. Once you start as a child, or however old we are, because we're all children at heart sometimes, aren't we? That you're actually, you can see it's coming together straight away. Now, I think we'll do.
What's the word? It's the accomplishment, that sense of accomplishment. You see the progress, don't you?
And it's a lovely, quick project that you'll be able to sit and do Christmas afternoon or birthday afternoon, depending on the occasion. So shall I just do one more bit?
Yeah, okay. So... then, I don't think you need an excuse. If you know that you're seeing family and friends or somebody that you know you want to get them into crafting pre-Christmas, buy away, and if you know you're going to see them in the next few days, get in there. Get them started.
Yeah, definitely.
And then by Christmas, they'll be a fully blown crafter making all sorts of things.
They'll probably want to do another one. They'll probably want to do one to give back to you or to give to Mum.
I imagine that.
Yeah, so I'm afraid it's going to be a little bit addictive because they're so sweet. So... so there we go. Just through that. So what we're doing here, I'm putting the little heart buttons on. Let me just find my hole. There we go. And that, again, is just a cross stitch. Now, you mustn't worry about direction or anything like that. We're not doing a cross stitch masterpiece here, Matt. We're just making sure that that is attached. Look, and there we are. It's almost like a little kiss in the middle of that heart, isn't it? And then if you look on the other side, over here, you've got a little place, little holes to do the second heart as well. Yes. And that is, now you're just building it up. And even, let me just finish this off, because I just want to show you the next little piece.
So when you were tying that off, you just went half into your felt.
Yes,
it's that thick, you didn't have to go through.
Yeah, because there wasn't much of many stitches there for me to wind around and weave. So I just kind of caught it in the back of the felt, because it's so thick, it's perfect. So the next job is, and I shan't do it because, we've got other things to do, is... you put your roof on. Again, you're lining up all the holes.
You'll be able to do the next one.
And your third piece. So again, with the wings, you're just lining all those three up, and you're doing a running stitch to hold all that in place. You've already perhaps put the other heart on here. And then what you're doing is attaching your ribbon for your pendulums, which are the pine cones.
The pine cones at the very, very bottom, each with a heart on there as well.
Of a couple of little back stitches to hold those in place, and then you're attaching your pendulums, your little pine cones. And again, you've got a little heart button on the bottom there as well. There's no detailed work. A few little back stitches on your leaves. Just like this.
So in terms of demonstration and technique, what you've shown us today, well, it's all in the instructions. So, you don't need us. You give this as a gift, and it's all there.
Yes.
What's lovely, though, is that we can bring it to life. And Lizzie, with her demonstration, you've been able to bring it to life.
And actually, the ethos of the company is, it's called The Makery for a reason. There's a lovely lady who owns it called Kate.
Yes.
And she's only been going about 7 years, I think it is. Right, 8 years, off the top of my head. And her ethos was to get people making, to get people enjoying, and making things accessible to people, making it so everybody can get involved, and it covers absolutely everybody. And for gifts, for people like me, like grandmas and mummies, that need something where the children have got every electric device known to man, and they're constantly doing this all the time, to actually sit and do a little bit of hand stitching is just the best thing ever.
It just brings people together.
And they do love it. For however they love their technology, they absolutely love a bit of hand stitching. And the boys could do this.
Yeah, I mean, I know, definitely. Young lads in the family, no matter. I know some of our famous happy times as a family have been in the last couple of years, since they've been of the age that we've been able to do that, have been when we've sat down and we made things together, and you're gonna
and it doesn't matter what level. It doesn't matter what level, that's not important.
This is really encouraging to know that you're there and you've got your favourite one. If you haven't yet and you're still stuck as to which one to get, the answer is all of them. But if you want to make your choice, you can get them individually as well. We've just shown you the lovely cuckoo clock, and as a double pack for $15.90 plus delivery, that's phenomenal. To get it as a single kit, though, it's $9.95 plus delivery. And what an amount you get for that price. We get all of it. This is thick, heavy-duty, quality felt while being soft at the same time. You get the hearts with it. You get the red liner tape as well to finish it off onto the backboard. You get the wonderful, wonderful fixing for your clock as well to make it a real clock. You've just got to add your own battery and away you go. Nick it out of the remote control. 245-373 to order now. And the other option, singly, is for $9.95, is the embroidery hoop option. And there's everything that you get for the embroidery hoop. I can show you a finished example as well in the studio. 245 373 to order. But the embroidery hoop itself, having seen the photo of everything you get, there's what you'll be able to make there. And you get the template for all of the letters. You don't have to keep it as simple as just one letter, but do, if that's what you want to do, or you know the person you're giving this to is just going to want to achieve one project, just keep it simple with one letter. It's a small enough font, though, if you wanted to put a 4 or 5 or 6 letter name curved around here, or spell out the word home or love or peace, you know, you could do. It's 245373 is your item number to get the embroidery hoop on its own as a single kit. To get them both together, you save £4, and stock is depleting at a very, very fast rate to get both of them together. It's just under £16 plus delivery. They're very popular indeed. You've got your scissors as well. You've been grabbing these. What a price point on these two. £11 and 9p for some really high quality, heavyweight but lightweight at the same time, if you see what I mean. They're chunky and substantial without being overly cumbersome and heavyweight, if you get my idea there. So weight enough to get the job done, but easy to use and hold at the same time. Beautifully balanced as well when you see them just in the hand, and they're like so. £11 and 1p. To get those, including your postage, today as a Freedom customer. 912074. If you're not with Freedom, that's fine. They're still very good value at £12.95 plus delivery. You'll be using those for years and years to come. It's the packaging on the side as well. You've got those lovely foiled stripes that finish it off beautifully. And that's all in keeping, as you'll see with our next sewing kit here, with the whole thing behind Kate's company, The Makery. And all of everything you get in here is just such a little treasure chest. That's what it should be called. It should be The Makery Sewing Treasure Chest, really. You get your threads in here, you get your glass head pins, you've got your safety pins, again, all high quality. All of the colours as well that have been so popular in the last couple of years, the baby blues and baby pinks, but also the sort of classic colours you're going to use for little projects for home. You've got your bobbins, preloaded bobbins up here, and then your actual threads over this way, as well as your needles, a thimble, seam ripper, you'll be using that a lot, and then, or an unpicker, and then you've got your scissors as well, measuring tape, and then your neutrals threads, your black and your white. 469825 is your item number. And I said, you know, your unpicker, you'll be using that a lot. I mean it, you know, maybe not in these kits now because they're just so accessible, but in years to come, yeah, there's no shame in doing something and they think, oh, do you know what, I'm going to unpick that and just do that again. No shame whatsoever. That's what I've learned from our lovely guests here. You get your gorgeous little ingredients list on the back here of what you're getting. £18.80 plus delivery to order it. It's a brilliant saving compared with your £5 off today. 469825 to order now. Then we've got the clock kit and the hoop together as a pair. Now, we did see them singly, but you might fancy getting hold of these as a pair because you might have an idea of 2 people that want these, and you can't just get the one, therefore. The other really cool thing is that you're getting a saving when you get both of them together. £4 off with 60% of the stock gone on these. 244100 to order your wonderful felt cuckoo clock with a real clock mechanism included in it. All you've got to do is add your own battery, but you've got your own clock mechanism there on the back of the clock. And you can see just there. So this is a real working clock that you can have up at home and have all of the comments, or made and given to somebody as a gift, or the box ready to give to somebody for them to make and then keep for themselves as a gift. It's ever so pretty. You get everything that you need in here to make what you've just seen, and full instructions to do it from start to finish too. 244100, and that includes not only the clock kit but also your embroidery hoop kit to make your letter embroidery hoop. It's 244100 to get both of them with £4 off. So, lots on the show. I hope you've had a chance to look at Hochanda.com. On there you can watch us live and make purchases live, and also keep a track of what's in your basket. Make sure that you're checking out in time. You've got your knickers as well here, just to raise a smile. You've got the, I hope you've got your knickers, I really do. It's the cherries on there that are pre-crocheted. Okay, there will come a time. Crochet is so easy to get into. It seems so inaccessible, but crochet is so easy easy and accessible once you've got over the initial hurdle. So one day, who knows, you could be crocheting your own fruit, but for now, they come ready crocheted, so that's done for you. You get your elastic as well, your thread, and the fabric, as well as your needles. And then just to finish it off, you might want to put it on the presentation box when you finished it. Make amazing things, just reminding you that it's all about the handmade. 2511008, there are 8 to 18 on the size to get those, 8 to 18. And then last but not least, we've got the wonderful smocked or not smocked, it's up to you. Whether you finish it off with the smocking detail, but the Makery purse, there, I'll just stand it up again so that you can see it properly. Everything, all of the detail here, down to the kiss clasp as well, with those lovely sort of cherry-like motifs on the top. That could easily be sort of just a plain metal kiss clasp, but no. The team at the Makery say, no, let's go that extra mile and make it really decorative. Let's make it really stylish. And then that smocked finish on here, with or without, if you want to imagine the fabric without, it looks fab. But with, it just finishes it off with that texture and the look, that four-leaf clover look. 885539 to order now. £2 off at £12.95 plus delivery. Yes, just to mention a couple of other things on the show as well. The tailor's chalk, that comes with the tape measure and the pins and the thimble. They come beautifully packaged. We've unparcelled them there, but it's all in the packaging as well. £12.90 plus delivery. It's 497748. Just to very quickly show you an example of the kind of packaging. I've picked up the buttons here, Lizzie, but just looking at that photo there, fab stuff. Yes. But, you know, they come in these boxes as well. So
yeah, like I say, this is really, really quality. It really is, and it means it's going to stand the test of time. So this is going to be a gift for somebody this Christmas. Actually, they're still going to have it around the house next Christmas as well, and many more to come because of the quality of the packaging. Yeah. I know, you know, I like that. I like to have that quality. I don't want to decant that into something else. I want to keep everything in there because it looks gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, I had these on my kitchen for the last week and on my kitchen side, and John kept saying to me, when exactly are you going to be moving those boxes? I said, they're not any old boxes, John. They're from the Makery, and I love the colours of them. Actually, they gave me a lot of pleasure. Every time I walked in, I had everything stacked up ready to bring to Hochanda, and it just gave me pleasure every time I saw it. And everything that you purchase matches beautifully, and again, the quality, because that's like our faux leather, so you've got the softness of that, very real tactile. Stitching. And the other thing to point out is that the tape measure is on like a spring, and it's got centimetres one side and inches another. So it caters for the young and the young at heart, because we've got, because I do inches, and Abigail does centimetres.
Yeah, I'm inches and centimetres. I'm just confused, caught in the middle, born in the 70s. So,
oh, are you? You're on the cusp.
Yeah.
All right. See, I'm a definite inch person.
I'm just confused. The measuring tape, by the way, that is also available on the show, and it comes with the buttons. Details are on the screen at the moment to get hold of. I don't want to put these back. I want to hoard. I want to keep them.
I want these on my shelf, and I know that I'm not going to get that. My wish is not going to be granted because these belong to the company. But I could really like to have them on my shelf, just looking gorgeous. And even like I said before, even if you make up, whether you make up the purse or the knickers or anything that you make, I think you'll keep the boxes for other things because they're so sturdy. So I wanted to do an out of the box with the actual knickers as well, because I think we need to see what we're getting. So again, you're getting the label right in the front that says "Make Amazing Things," which you get inside as well to stick on something. And then it still says in here, "Ooh, how exciting! Let's tuck in." Inside, because of course it's been created like a noodle box, so everything is going to be opened up, and inside you've got your gorgeous, it looks like a burger.
Yeah, yes, unwrap it now. Go on.
I feel like there should be a bit of cheese in there somewhere.
This is like second level packaging as well, so once you get it out, and it's not packaging that you think, oh no, packaging, it's packaging to keep.
Yeah,
so it is.
If this was a gift, I would get more and more excited as to what on earth's in there, because this has got to be good. Because the amount of thought and effort has gone into the outside, now the inside, what's inside. So we've got the most gorgeous heap of goodness here. So you're getting, obviously, the matching thread that you need. You don't have to go and buy that. You're getting, like you said before, the gorgeous crocheted cherries, which is just, I think they're just amazing. You may not use them on your knickers. You might want to use them on something else. You could put a little brooch back on the back of them.
Yeah, I was just thinking brooch.
And just wear it as a brooch. And then this is actually professional knicker elastic as well. So that comes with it. Tells you exactly how to create, how to put it onto your knickers as well. And just a simple zigzag stitch is all you need to apply this. And then you've got the ribbon as well, so you can make a little bow, or you can use that in some other way. Maybe you want to put hooks on there so you can hang them up, that type of thing. You're getting the Make Amazing Things sticker on there. So again, this could be, if you make a gift tag to go with this, that could go on there as well. So you get a little hint what's inside. And you get the needles as well. Again, you've got 2 needles. That's great, because more often than not we lose one, don't we? Lose one, use one. And then, of course, we've got the gorgeous fabric. So again, really good quality fabric, the same as fabric as the purse material, except the polka dot is smaller. So it's beautiful, beautiful, 100% cotton fabric there. And then, of course, you're getting the instructions and the patterns. So let me just show you the instructions first, because obviously this is the same as with the purse. You're getting it all written down beautifully.
Imagine the chuckles on a birthday or a Christmas day when you're giving this. It's ace when you unwrap it.
You may never get to the stage of actually putting them together. It may be that it's something, it's an actual gift that you're going to keep and just treasure. And at some point you're going to say, yeah, I'm going to make those up, make those. But do you know what? It's one of those things where it doesn't matter, because it's such a lovely thing to have and hold and treasure. So you've got the instructions, and then you've got the pattern. So if I open this up, you'll see you get... actually, the quality of the paper is really good as well.
Use it again and again, you know.
So, yes, you're right, 8 to 18. So I'll just show you one little bit. So you've got the really good paper pattern. It's strong. It's not like tissue. It's lovely and strong. So you've got everything there to make. And all you need to learn is how to do a zigzag stitch.
Easy. And we can do that. I can show you that zigzag stitch here on the side with your elastic. There it is. There's your finished pair of knick-knocks or knickers.
Whichever most comfortable way.
511008 is your item number to order today.
Yanis is very interested.
He's been hovering just off camera for the entire... Have you ever had...
like a stalker.
Here he is.
I'm interested.
You've been interested. You've been hovering. Have a look at the website and make sure that order is put through ASAP. Thank you, Yanis. He's gone. He's gone. He obviously needs a new pair. OK. Let's see what's coming up in the next few hours then with us here at Hochanda. We've got Craft 2 with John Lockwood, we've got Be Crafty with Sam, and also Sue Wilson's One Day Special Final Call in a couple of hours' time. Don't forget Crafting Market on Sky.
Hi, I'm Fiona Clayton from Crafter's Companion. I've been crafting for about 7 years now, having rediscovered my love of a childhood hobby. I'm delighted that I can share with you all my